Hello! Welcome to Here Be Dragons. We did it, folks. We got there. Well done, Austin. The stream is, at the moment, running.
I hope.
We hope. The audio bar seems to be moving when I say words.
I see it.
Yep.
Perfect.
We have audio.
The video seems to be showing video when we're sitting here.
If it is streaming, please do us a favor and comment something. Literally anything.
Compat Doom Papoon Flum.
Mom and Dad are away and we're trying not to set everything on fire.
Basically.
Yeah. You know what? We're here. We're ready.
Yeah.
It's Saturday. We're excited to play some Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition for you. I'm Nathan Ondrzek. I'm in charge today. On the couch, we have special guest Alex Kearsley. We've got Lauren Bird, a regular. We've got Jared Hoy, a special guest, and Austin Schumacher.
I thought I was going to forget there for a second.
Nope. I remember
And
just
Bob!
POTUS.
Robert.
Cursed to both hear and see you all.
Oh, thank you.
Good to
so much.
see you
Love
too,
you,
Chris.
buddy.
It's only your own fault.
Too much time.
Well, Sarton says good job.
Oh, thank you. Your dog is here and alive.
Right there.
Just so you know, down there though, sleeping. I want to talk about a couple quick things before we get started. If you've been with us for a while, you know all about our Indiegogo. We've got an Indiegogo, I believe is still running, so check that out. If you get the opportunity, share it with friends. Thanks to all of that, we've got a set coming very soon. It's going to be looking so good in here, and because of that wonderful Indiegogo, we're able to have such wonderful audio and video and all that stuff coming your way right now. We also want to point out some of the other amazing people that have been supporting us in this run. We've got people like Blacksmith Craft Dice, which roll exactly what you need. There's some fine dice. Jared is currently showing some off for you right now. Those are the Mithril ones. And you know what? They just came out with a whole bunch more.
Oh, they're so pretty.
They're so beautiful. Their sets now come with 3d6 instead of just 1d6.
Yeah.
They come in a fancy tin, but they also come with a velvet bag so that you can choose. Do I want to take the bag?
Can I put the tin in the bag?
The tin in the bag? No, but I think you could put the bag in the tin. Just so you know.
I like
Options.
interactivity.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I think you could, if potential to maybe take out the foam lining, put the dice in the bag, put the bag in the box, the tin.
And the box in my pocket.
And put the box in your pocket. Depending on the pocket. Maybe you got some nice Junko jeans with the big...
Junko?
Jinko?
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 I don't know.
That's alright.
I always thought they were Janko. Anyone? No? Okay.
Janky jeans.
But so that's Blacksmith Craft Dice. We also have the wonderful Critical Treasures who make such amazing accessories. This is not you whose turn.
I'm trying, guys.
I know. Hey, look. We're all trying.
Nestle? Is it Nestle? No, who is it?
I'll stick with my other sponsor, Caffeinated Kobold.
That's right. Caffeinated Kobold
There you
is
go.
what Lauren, I believe you had some of that this morning.
And yesterday morning.
And this afternoon.
And this afternoon.
She loves that Caffeinated Kobold. It is a wonderful pick-me-up on game day. Maybe you got a late night gaming. You gotta grab yourself some Caffeinated Kobold. And again, the Critical Treasures, beautiful dice bags, dice, all sorts of wonderful things for your gaming as well. So check out all of those people. I think there are links below somewhere in Twitch that you can navigate. And there's also beautiful pictures above us. What else do I have to talk about?
September.
It is
POTUS
September.
Just resub.
Oh, thank you so much,
Times
POTUS.
two.
It is September. Tier 1 subscriptions are half the price. That's right. So if you're out there and you're watching right now and you're like, hey, this rambunctious group of rascals is a lot of fun, then sub now while you can do so for half the price. Last but not least, I want to talk about our giveaway that we've got going on right now. You got to go over to Instagram, go to our page, check out the giveaway that we have going
Right now.
because all of those sponsors that I mentioned before are involved. Blacksmith Craft Dice, Critical Treasures, Caffeinated Kobold, all involved in this giveaway. And in 2 weeks, we're going to have our official Season 2 where, with any luck, we're going to have a nice new set behind us and everything. We're working really hard on that behind the scenes, but you want to be there for the streaming of our Season 2 because we're going to have more giveaways then too. Lots of giveaways coming up, so check that out, tag people, subscribe, all that fun stuff. But now it's time for the game. Now it's time to bring us back into the world of Dungeons and Dragons. When last we met, we saw Whisper, Tobor, Bree, Darius, and Kreslin had just helped save the town of Glamstock on the Isle of Brydonis. That's right, we're back on Brydonis here. They had just helped save this town from a shadow plague. A wizard was using a very nefarious-looking magical orb to, as far as they know, influence the town, causing them to start destroying everything and just making a real mess of things. Yes?
That's me, Ash. Go to Instagram. They won't tell you the info here.
What?
Instagram giveaway.
Oh, yes.
Giveaway question.
Yes.
Sorry.
All the info is on Instagram. No, that's an important thing.
Back to Brydonis.
Back to Brydonis. Shortly after saving this town, Kreslin did a little right away.
Through a pole.
Not that anyone noticed, per se.
I do have
We were
ingredients.
asleep.
Right? Yeah.
I got some of them ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna mix my own and go back.
The inn is going to notice, though, when they're down one pillow.
Nah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Put it on
Forgot about that pillow.
Forgot about that.
Put it on his tab.
But where we are right now, Tobor and Whisper are off helping the town kind of get itself back together. Bree and Darius have been helping as well. It's been about a day and a half, maybe 2 days since they saved this town from ruin. And they are, at present, Darius and Bree, currently out and about or doing some of their own things. Why don't you tell us just really quick what you might be up to? I know, Darius, you had some plans for your off time.
Yeah, as I was exploring and just reflecting on the past days, there was something calling out to me from kind of a deep ancient magic I don't know, and I sat there and kind of resisted it for a while, but then eventually my curiosity got the better of me, and I realized that I had the ability to summon something. And so I learned Find Familiar.
Okay.
And we will see how that plays out.
We'll see how that plays out. We'll see. Maybe we've seen. Maybe it'll be a familiar to the audience.
Very possible.
And then Bree, you've
I spent some time practicing my bagpipes.
much to the chagrin
But,
of everyone in town.
Yeah, it didn't seem to make many friends, so I went outside. Needed a little time outside anyways. And yeah.
Did you wander around at all? Do you want to?
Oh, for sure.
Both of you have recently come into some wealth, so if you want to really quick take a moment and squander it away, by all means.
I'm more of a saver.
Oh, all right.
I don't want to press my luck, so I'll just hold on to it for now.
Okay. Well,
Alright, that's fine.
so you two are just you're gonna hang out and just say I'm wealthy, and there's that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So we are just towards the beginning of the day. You've maybe just wrapped up breakfast. Again, you've had a couple days in town. The Lord Warden had actually said to you that because of the reconstruction of town, he would be a little bit in discussing the events of the Shadow Plague. Joshua walks in and starts to clear everything. And, do you need anything else for the day? For now, no.
I'm fine. You've been so helpful. Thank
Wait,
you for being
no,
so
no.
kind, sir.
Well, of
Especially
course.
to our folk.
Well, both of you have played such a large part in saving the entire town, so it's the least that we could do. I hope everything is comfortable. I don't know if you've seen your other little friend. I haven't seen him around. He seems to have, there seems to be a pillow missing from his room.
Kreslin.
Yeah,
Oh, now that you mention it, I haven't. I figured
haven't
he
seen
was.
him.
Alright, well, if you do,
He's
maybe
not
just
in-
ask him about that. I mean, we're fine. It's just a pillow,
He's
but...
not in any sort of trouble, is he?
Well, no, I just I just noticed someone was missing in one of my pillows. I don't think it was missing because of all the everything that
There
happened.
was a lot that
There was a
went
lot
down.
that did happen there, but
Aye.
we're pretty.
Worries.
Thank you for putting up with all the construction too. I know we've been starting really early, and the boys from around town been coming in helping out with that as well. But
It's alright.
oh,
I
wonderful.
can practice my bagpipes louder when there's banging of hammers without too many complaints.
But about that.
I give him a sweet smile.
Yes, well, I suppose as long as it doesn't drive too much business away. Maybe when you play tonight, you can use
The
you have
pan
a
flute, I got a fiddle,
either anything, literally anything else. Bring
maybe a
it.
lute.
Literally.
Now, we've done a lot for this tavern. I think if the young lass wants to play her bagpipes, she should be able to play her bagpipes.
Look, I understand that, but there's talk that the bagpipes is what did this all to us.
Oh, come now.
No, I don't believe it myself. But someone's saying that a rogue bagpiper. We don't know exactly what happened. I know you've been told to be you've been a little hush hush about it yourselves. So.
I may have spread a rumor that the old bagpiper started what
So
Then I started a rumor that you're a pillow thief.
really,
No!
really.
What will people think of me? Some old halfling walking around with pillows?
Did you? I know you had also held on to the orb. Have you just kind of tucked that away as well? Not.
Yeah.
I know you had wrapped it up and you were not wanting to.
Don't have an idea of what to do with it yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Had you spent any time investigating it, or did you want to?
I think we should wait until Copernicus comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should find him. It's been a few days. I'd like to go look for Copernicus.
All right. So you just want to head out and about in
You
town?
coming?
Yeah.
All right. So here, I'm gonna help you out a little bit.
Right.
You had spent some time wandering around town. Remember, Bree, you actually made it to the sweet shop.
Oh, of course.
And I know you know all about the sweet shop.
Scones.
Scones and all that. Handy dandy map is
Upside
right
down.
side up now. This is more for me because I didn't label what things were. It's labeled in here. So if you want to go about town, you are currently at the inn. Right across the street, diagonally, is the blacksmith from you. You know that there is a couple of shops. The bakery is just off to your right, and then a quick left. Are you wanting to head that way? Which way do you guys want to go?
Where do you think Copernicus would hang out? Probably the sweet shop, right?
I don't think so, but we can make a pit stop.
All right.
Have we seen Copernicus at all? Anything at all since everything unfolded?
You had seen him helping put out the fire at the orphanarium, but you then
We've not seen him since then.
haven't seen him since then. Yeah, a little mysterious as a character. The only other interaction was him kind of saving you and protecting you from the Lord Warden and all his men when they turned. So you are heading off to the bakery. Again, it's a very short distance away, almost catty corner
It's okay.
to where you are.
I have very short legs, so.
Right, so it still takes an hour.
I have short legs too, and I'm a little bit older, so.
Yeah. You
Even
take
slower.
the corner. It's very close by. You see the shop sign swinging in a light breeze. It says the Good Roll Bakery. It seems to still be in pretty good shape. You remember that as you were running from the Lord Warden and his men, as they had started to attack you, that you had actually seen the owners stepping out,
Yeah,
and that was.
they got the plague.
They did. But you walk in, there's a nice ring of a bell as you enter, and out from behind the back area where you can hear the little rolling pan, some kneading of dough, things like that, steps another halfling. This is Charlie, as you remember. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, so good to see you. And
It's my friend. His name's Darius. Darius, this is Charlie.
Charlie,
yes, hello.
nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you as well.
Have you seen Cornelius anywhere around town?
Do you mean?
Copernicus.
Copernicus, sorry.
His mind, you know.
Oh,
And
Oh.
happens to us.
no, quite all right. It's been quite a trying couple of days now, hasn't it?
Copernicus Jinx.
Copernicus Jinx. You know what? I can't say that I've seen him recently. I know I saw him down at the docks, helping with the orphanarium when we all ran there to try and help save the building. We did save a good bit of it, I must say. I'm proud of that. But I cannot say that he's been by here recently. Can I interest you in anything?
Well, if you
A
haven't
sweet
seen
roll or a
Copernicus,
scone?
I wouldn't say no to a cranberry orange scone.
Well, a cranberry orange scone. Darling! Darling! Nellie, darling. Another halfling. Of the scones today, did we happen to make any cranberry orange scone?
It's my particular
Is
favorite.
that like when you can't decide if you want cranberry or orange, so you just try to get both? Okay. It's a common halfling thing.
She says, "Oh well, dearie. I don't know if we had them today, but I do know I made some yesterday. They should be still pretty fresh. I'll
I'll
go
take
to-
it for half off.
Well, yes, of course. That is fine. Do you just want one or two? They're not very popular, is the thing.
I'll take 5.
All right.
I haven't had my second breakfast yet.
Well, no, that's fine. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying. All right. Look, we're very tired. We're trying to help out around the town, and that means delivering extra breads and baked goods to those people that are hardworking and restoring the orphanarium and all the other buildings that were destroyed.
Do you want some help delivering some of the muffins?
Oh, we're looking for a friend. We could deliver some food while we
Walking around
ask
town
around.
anyway.
That's
Well,
brilliant.
actually, you know what? That would be great. I do have to make a delivery to wonderful old Agatha up at the north end of town, and if you wouldn't mind making that delivery for us, that would be quite nice.
Sure.
Save us the step. I know she can't get overly far with her age and with her busyness. In fact, I'll give you 5 for the price of 4 then.
You got a deal.
Just 4 copper bits would be.
All right. I hand over.
Right. She hands over 5 scones for you, and then she also retrieves a bag. She said, and this is for Agatha. She'll be
Agatha?
expecting it. You'll just say it's
I'll
from
take it.
Charlie and Nellie Sweetwhistle. And she'll know what that means. And with that...
That's your name.
Right. But... Well, look, who are you?
I don't know why. I don't know why that broke me. Just tell us from Tim. He'll know what that means.
I don't know if she knows another Charlie and Nellie, anything else.
Oh, there are a lot of sweet whistles among us halflings.
I'm a sweet ale. Maybe we were
Right.
distant cousins.
Right, the sweet ales.
Right.
Right. Oh, yes, I do have a couple sweet ales in my lineage.
Well, we best be off.
Yes, have a wonderful day. Oh, you have a wonderful day. Wonderful to see you again. With that, you hear the same lovely bell as you open and close the door behind you. And if you turn to your... Yes, you can eat your scones along the way. If you turn to your left, you know that that's up towards the north end of town. And
Well.
so you start heading up that way. You pass a livery. You pass...
Everywhere we ask, as we pass people, hey, anybody seen Copernicus?
Well... Hey, no, I ain't seen him today.
All right.
All right. Do you need any apples?
Not today.
All right.
I already got my fruits. Cranberries and oranges.
Oh, wonderful for you. You're still walking. It's the weird thing. We're having a conversation as you walk away. Goodbye.
I talked to a fella.
My name was... And then you continue on, not knowing what his name was. You pass a butcher, you pass a livery, and you make it towards the north end of town. And you look left and right, and as you look to the right, you see a slightly large building with a nice little farm around it, mixed in amongst the houses on this north end of town. And there's a sign that says, it just says 3 A's over it, actually.
That could be a song.
That could be a song.
As you walk closer, you see that underneath the 3 A's, it says Agatha's Alchemy and Apothecary.
Oh, Agatha. Maybe we should sing her song.
Well, look. It's the and symbol.
I want to tell you something. So I've been exploring with some magic recently and tossed one of those biscuits in the air, and I think I can make it disappear.
But I want to eat it.
I'll give it back to you.
Could have tossed something else you can make disappear.
I'm gonna grab one of them. Are you gonna allow me to?
They are for both. Were they for both of you?
That's true. You're throwing yours. The other three are mine.
Watch. I'm gonna throw it in midair, and then as this is happening, my familiar, who's invisible, catches it in midair, and it becomes, I believe, part of their person, and then we'll go invisible. We've practiced this a couple times. And then I can just snap, and it will fall again, and it falls back in my hand. Pretty cool, huh?
You did.
I don't know how I feel about making food disappear, but yeah, that.
I can make your bagpipes disappear.
I slap him on the head.
Bree just hears a slight little hee.
What was that?
I'll take a bite out of that.
Did you hear something?
No, nothing.
And in one of the yards nearby, there's a couple of children just outside. You don't know if it was them or not, but do you head towards Agatha?
Well, that was quite a trick.
Let's go inside.
All right, you are going inside Agatha's alchemy and apothecary.
All right, you don't have to knock the store.
As you enter, you see lining the shelves are different dried plants hanging upside down. There's also a large number of bottles in the vicinity, and different odds and ends. From the back room, you hear a hello.
Agatha?
Oh yes, that is me.
How's it going today?
Oh,
What does she
very
look
well.
like?
She is a human. She's on the older side. She looks like she might be in her 70s. Gray hair, kind of everywhere. She's got nice green robes on, and it looks like some fingerless gloves. A little bit of dirt on her hands, but yeah, she walks in. She's very. You can see she's very clear-eyed. You know, like she's very clearly still very sharp. She says, "Oh, you know me by my name. I mean, I guess that makes sense. There is a sign on the door."
Oh, we were sent by Charlie and Nellie from the Good Roll.
The sweet whistles?
Yeah, the sweet whistles.
Oh yes, okay, not the other Charlie.
Nope, not the other one. Sweet whistles.
Thank you for the clarification.
Got your bread delivery.
Oh, that is so kind of you, and I may thank you very much. Is there anything that I can do for you today?
You don't happen to know where Copernicus is, do you?
Oh, that little minx of a jinx.
Is there a history there?
Well, no.
Is there a desired history
Oh, you're making me blush, baby.
Inside check.
You can roll. If you feel the need to roll an
I
insight.
feel the need to roll.
No.
Nat 20.
I want to know every conversation you have ever had.
Short answer, you believe her.
You know, in this moment, that she and Copernicus Jinx have maybe traded a flirtatious line every now and then, but just knowing that it was a thing that would never happen, and just maybe some good old friends at this point, having worked together a time or two. That's what you get. If you're nat 20, you know everything.
It's very insightful.
She says, and who might you be? I don't think I've caught your names.
I'm Bree Sweetail,
Ah,
and this is my friend,
Darius Loud Whisper.
the Great.
The Great
Great
Loud
Darius.
Whisper.
The Great
Oh, the
Darius.
Great Darius.
That's my stage name.
I think I've seen you.
Yeah,
in
you
the
did,
yes.
yeah.
Oh, well, I've seen.
I perform there too.
Oh. Oh, I hope you didn't have to follow that poor bagpipe playing. I do hope. I'm just
That
kidding. I
bagpipe
saw
player
you.
is very misunderstood.
I'm just kidding. I actually saw you. You might not know. I did see you the other night.
That's fine.
I had to make, I had to get my steps in. So I went down to the inn. I actually also needed to.
If only you could track those steps.
I know. Well, I have a slate on my wrist. Oh yes, I had some deliveries that I had to make myself around town to different places. Right near the inn, I stopped in. You play very lovely, dearie.
I play other instruments too, you know.
I know. I saw you play them. You're very talented. I'm sorry to have hurt your feelings. Jinx would have laughed at it.
Oh, okay.
No.
Anyways,
Insight.
have you seen him, Copernicus?
Not recently. I heard he's been around town, though. I was hoping to talk to him, though. I've been, just for a little bit of help, but, no, other than that, no.
I lean over to Darius and whisper, "Do you think she'd know anything about the orb?"
Can we trust her? I say, can we trust her?
She seems a bit kooky and a little uncultured in music taste, but I think we can trust her.
Okay. I'll pull out the orb.
We were wanting to find Copernicus to ask him about this. Do you
What
know
do you
anything?
think about it?
Oh, that looks very interesting. Where'd you happen to find it?
Oh, just
About
somewhere
town?
around town.
Really?
Kind of an abandoned workshop area.
Well, now, I'm a little fuzzy on my dwarvish. Don't know if I can read it all that well.
Oh, there's Dwarvish on it, is there?
Aye. Oh, yes, didn't you know?
Apparently not.
Oh, yes,
Would
there's a
you
bit of dwarvish on this right here.
I don't speak Dwarvish. Well, I guess we better find ourselves a dwarf.
I think so too.
Ah, yes, well, yes, there aren't many around town, but, oh, I do know of one or two. I know one actually stays around the inn, but, there may be others here and there.
Oh, well, the one by the inn. What's his name?
Oh, I don't. Is it what is that character's name? Is it Cobblestone? It begins. I know it begins with a C.
Alright.
There aren't many dwarves around that area, so it'd probably be pretty easy finding him, and I'm sure Joshua could help you as well.
Well, we'll look around.
Ah, lovely, lovely, lovely. Are you sure that I can't get you anything today? A potion of any kind, or any herbs or remedies?
You know, I have had a hankering for rosemary.
Just a bit of rosemary.
No,
Just the herb
Straight
rosemary.
straight rosemary.
Oh, well,
I like to mix it with my scones.
I think they have rosemary scones.
Alright then. Never mind.
Didn't you ask the sweet whistles for rosemary?
No, I asked them for cranberry orange.
Oh, that's an odd combination.
It's delicious. I give you one, but they disappeared.
I'm sure they did, dearie. Well, if you
Mrs. Doubtfire?
well, if you ever happen to need anything,
Herbs.
be sure to come back my way. I'm sure we could strike up a deal of some sorts.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Very nice meeting you.
Very nice.
Enjoy the biscuits.
Good. Thank you very much. I see you looked inside my delivery. You naughty little minx. You're just like that.
I
little
did
minx.
look inside.
She's flirting with you too. Let's go.
The moment you say that, I'm run away.
All right. So as you start heading back towards the inn,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the inn.
as you start heading back towards the inn, you see a large, imposing figure walking your way, and as it approaches, you recognize Gondar, the dragonborn guard to the warden, and he walks up to the two of you and he says, hello. If you don't mind, the Lord Warden has been looking for the both of you.
Alright.
Yeah, if you don't mind just coming this way, I know he's been wanting to talk to you both about everything that happened.
Sure. That's fine.
Yes.
problem with that.
Come right this way. And he turns around and he starts walking.
Can I
And
get an insight check on how true it is that he says that the Lord Warden wants to talk to us?
yeah.
12.
You think he's being totally honest with you? Yeah. As you start walking, all of a sudden, you just hear this, and
Did you hear something?
That's weird.
Gondar turns around and he says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there as well. Yeah, the Lord Warden would want to see you too. I know you helped with everything the other night." And standing right behind you is Kreslin.
Arm full of like, or I guess one arm full of all these like weird herbs and just potion stuff. Just
You're very tricky. I didn't even hear you.
it's a portal.
A what?
A portal. A gesture with the.
Do you happen to have a pillow? Because the innkeeper is rather concerned.
Oh, the portal got it. don't concern yourself with the pillows.
Gondar is just shaking his head as he continues walking towards the keep. And as you get there, you are taken up into the same meeting room that you were taken to when you were under arrest, and things weren't looking so good. You recognize the Lord Warden there, and another character who you have not yet seen before. You see another human is there, slightly darker features, very thin, very fine robes, a nice jacket, or rather it's like a jacket and tunic, very nice polished boots.
As we're walking in, can I trigger my detect magic, which I have at will as a warlock?
Yes, you can. You would remember that the Lord Warden himself can do magic, so you might see a ring on him. You might see a dagger on this other human. And as you enter, the Lord Warden turns around, and he and this other man had been discussing, and he says, wonderful. Well, I must say, Gondar, I was hoping for all of the adventurers. Whereabouts is Tobor and Whisper? Was it?
Whisper.
I'm sorry.
They're off on a very, very important mission for folks in the town, helping the town.
Oh yes. Thank them for me. I know our town is very much in your debt. With that in mind, I myself and over here, have you happened to meet Mr. Fucini? This is.
I don't believe
At that moment, this gentleman takes a very deep bow to you all and says, "Good day. My name is Prospero Fucini. We have not yet met. I run a shop here in town. These are the adventurers, is it?"
I like a good fettuccine.
Fucini.
Oh, okay.
Fucini. But I
No
totally
problem.
understand what you mean by that one. Oh, the sauce and the cream and the way Mama used to make, you know. But I digress. We've got the more important things that happen. He turns to the Lord Warden, and the Lord Warden says, "Well, yes, these three were very much involved. I know it seems odd, 3 halflings. The same.
What's so odd about that?
Well, I'm just putting it into perspective. Look at the Dragonborn to your right. That man is charged with protecting the entire town. And that didn't work. So when most people are expecting our protectors, we are thinking of large-statured beings who can swing a blade. But you 3, I will say, are very powerful, and we do see your worth. That is why when Mr. Fucini brought his problem before us today, I thought of your group specifically. You see, well, Mr. Fucini, would you like to say what's happened? And he says, yes, if you do not mind. Ever since the incident, we happen to be waiting on a delivery. But the delivery is late. Now, there have been tales of the occasional raid on the road. But I was just hoping that you could go check on everything, because with the state that the town is in, we are going to need everything that we can to help rebuild and help us in this time.
What was your delivery of?
Oh, various goods and different things. We have some lumber coming from the mill, as well as personally different wares, adventuring gear, clothing, things of that sort. And
What kind of shop is it that you run, Mr.
Oh.
Fucci?
I'm surprised that you have not been by. Have you not heard of my wonderful shop, Fortune and Glory? You see, it is a wonderful little, shall we say, adventuring shop. We have wonderful little knickknacks here and there just to help you along your way. The simple things of rope, of arrows, of some weaponry here and there, yes, to be sure. But we also have what is it called? The kits of food that you would take with you.
The rations?
Yes, the rations. It always looks like rat iron. Why would you want to take a rat? You don't want to eat a rat. Well, but maybe with a little paprika. Anyway, how was I saying? Oh, yes. So we have my shop, but my shop is not the only one. You see, it has, again, these are supplies for the entire town. And the Lord Warden says, yes, on that note, some of the supplies were for the town itself, for groups like the Orphanarium. I'm sure even people like Joshua over at the inn have been waiting on this delivery. Usually we have things come in on the ships, yes. But some things come from the other side of the island as well. I'm sure do you know about the whole island and our trade system? No, well, you see the lumber is going to be coming from Ruros. It is right on the water. And then of course there are other goods and services coming from craftsmen over in Kurtex. On the other side of the island. But yes, we are still waiting for many of these things, and well, we were hoping that you would, the three of you, and then perhaps we could find another. The three of you could go find these things, see what has happened to them.
I think we could be talked into it.
Well, of course, there would be a bit of a reward if anything were to happen out of the ordinary. I do also, I have summoned, Gondar, can you let him in, please? Gondar goes to the door and opens it. In walks a very stout dwarf, armor-clad, wearing a pendant around his neck. And, yes, this is a man from the church nearby that we thought could be of service as well. What with our guard on high alert, we thought the church may be of service in such an adventure. Please introduce yourselves to Darius and Kreslin and Bree here.
Oh, you said Darius, Kreslin and Bree. Oh, your name's Petra. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Hi. Well, all right.
What was the name?
Petra.
Petra.
Oi.
Petra.
Petra.
I casually try to always keep one of them between me and him. Just for, I mean, holy magics and death magics tend to not to be besties.
Cool.
Well,
Like, I'm not angry about it.
Right,
well,
yeah.
well,
It's just,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I'm still
you,
unaware of that at this point.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So the Lord Warden looks at you all and says, yes, time is of the essence, I know.
How far do we think it was? How far of a journey to where we think they may have disappeared?
Well, it's just under a day to get to Ruros. So if they had left from there, they should have been here within a day's time, which means you have no more than half a day's journey ahead of you. Our guess is that somewhere in the woods, if any trouble came about, that would be the place for it to happen. There have been some small groups of orcs wandering through there, but we have not had anything like that happen in quite some time. So really, we are just going off of precaution. I'd be happy to hand you a map so that you knew your way, but I'm sure that Petra himself would be able to lead you.
I'd take a map.
All
question for Mr. Fuccini.
Aye.
You said there's adventuring goods, but can you be more? Are there magical items? I mean, I want to understand how much danger we're entering into by helping with this.
Oh, yes. Well, there's a couple of things. Nothing of, should we say, high value. The occasional sword or dagger that is a little stronger, wrought with magic itself. Occasionally some other small odds and ends. I am sure that if we find any little thing for you that you would like, then we could come to a deal. But I'm sure nothing has gotten out of hand. Nothing that would cause a major destruction or anything like that, if that is what you're worried about.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. So with that, you are handed the map so that you can find your way. Again, it is about a half day's journey to where they are considering. You're led to a different exit than you had gone in and out of before. It is heading towards the east. Petra, I'm guessing you are in the lead of the group helping with this.
Any chance we could take the oxen and wagon?
Absolutely. Lord Warden.
Yes.
You're asking us to do this directly for you, is that right?
Oh, it is for myself and
for the town.
For the town and.
Is there any way you could
friends.
provide us with some animals that could get us there faster?
A pony, perhaps?
Well,
I mean, we're such small folks. It would only take a couple of animals, and you'd get us there twice the speed. That would be very helpful for you.
No, I do understand. I just
What about a fox? Seen a guy ride a fox? I rode a fox once.
Where did you go?
I'm sure you did.
There's it's a portal.
Never mind.
There's a dragon and a fox.
What?
And I beat up a house.
I think he was sleepwalking the night.
Beat up a house.
Well, door frame around the house, yes.
He thinks about it. He's like, well, Gondar, what do you think? You see a lot of the horses in town, mainly for any farmers and shipping, but
I couldn't really fit on a horse. A pony would be great though.
he says, if that is the case, I will have Gondar head to the livery and see if there's anything for it. And Gondar kind of rolls his eyes like, most adventurers are fine walking.
Most adventurers don't have such short legs.
Most adventurers didn't just save your city.
Oh, so we're going to be those kind of adventurers. Wonderful. Gondar goes to the livery, which you had passed just after the sweet shop. And they happen to have... they did not have a large number of ponies. But upon hearing that it was a mission for the town, they did have one small cart, which would have one driver's seat and definitely room for 3 halflings in the back of it, and a donkey available.
Well, alright.
And so Gondar comes back and he hands the reins to Petra to lead this cart. Seeing as it's not a riding animal, it's a sit and mush animal, Petra should be able to handle it. Of course, if Darius needs to take over, he has led a team of oxen.
Is it just
I'm very
mean
sad
or you
about
actually
that.
like? I just know there's a proficiency for land like vehicles, and I don't have it.
Well, then you can try to lead the.
I think I probably have proficiency in that.
You probably do.
My background, is that
Yep.
right?
Yeah. So
I got it.
all right, you can go sit in the back then. Maybe on the very edge, since again it's a smaller cart. And you're like,
Alright. Everybody else get in first, and I'll take up the rear.
all right.
I'll play us some music while we go.
As
Please,
you ride,
Hand flute.
please play the bagpipes.
You're not
Aw.
a bagpipe player, are you?
I am. Are you a fan?
Ooh.
Very, very
You know what?
good.
I heard you were pretty talented at other instruments. I'd like to hear the variety of talents that you have.
I give him a slightly offended look And pull out my pamphlet.
All right. As you are riding towards out of town, there is one last little sign that you see as you head towards the gate. You see a sign for the wall marked. It looks like this little shop built literally into the wall of the town. And as you see it and pass by, there's someone on the front stoop. And he just kind of gives you a wave and like a hopeful look, and the cart just keeps on heading out of town. You now have my map. So you are riding. That's fine. You are now riding
To the big
out
tree.
of town.
Yeah, I'm very interested in this big tree.
The one tree.
Got both our eyes.
Well, that's fine. That would be off the road with a
Yep.
donkey and a cart.
Yep.
You have been instructed to follow the road towards the.
Creslin's not driving. We'll stay on the road.
Okay.
Quinlan couldn't drive.
Just wrap it around in one hand. And just...
Alright.
So as you are heading on your way, you are making much better time than you expected.
As we're going, I'm gonna tell my sprite, which is my familiar, to go 50 feet high in the air, like 30 feet ahead of us, and just be flying, and then telepathically tell me if we come upon anything that looks dangerous, anything we should know about, so that I'll know to stop the cart.
Okay. As you're approaching the edge of this forest, which is taking you still a couple of hours, much faster than it could have been. You've been playing music along the way. Maybe you've been getting to know each other a little bit more. If you want to take a little bit more time as you're doing that to get to know each other really quick, you can. Otherwise, we can continue traveling.
Sure. They tell me that you had a pretty good hand in what happened here in helping out a lot of people. Would you mind giving me the quick rundown of what you did?
I got scones and then I practiced law. That was about my involvement.
You got scones and you practice law.
Mhm.
Well,
But
dare say
I mean,
that.
you played a small part in defeating an evil wizard. Do you not
That's
want to tell
true.
him about that?
That's true.
So, if I were to boil it down, basically, the town started going crazy, turning into zombies.
Oi.
And so we realized we needed to save these people, and there was this orb. I
Well,
kind of
first you killed a bunch.
realized, I pulled this orb out. Oh, it looks like it's got some dwarvish on it, so
Oh,
you
that's
could
right.
probably read this. And I toss it to you, and then I just continue on with the rest of the story.
Well, I'm gonna try and catch it.
Well then, make a dexterity check.
You tossed it.
Dex check.
POTUS says, this is like those awkward shared Uber conversations.
Who shares an
Um,
Uber?
That would be.
Right.
What kind of check you want?
Dex.
Just straight
Or
dex. or you
you
wanna-
could do acrobatics if you wanted to.
Okay,
Or sleight of hand, if any of those is higher. How bad is it, boss?
No, it just has a weird. Oh, that's on stop. Okay. Athletics. Wait, which one? Acrobatics, or
Acrobatics.
either one. 12.
12.
Yes.
All right. You go to catch it, and
Yeah.
it kind of like you fumble a little bit. You got some bigger armor on, but it
Sure.
winds up in your lap.
So
It's not like out of the cart. Yeah. As you are.
You're driving, so I might as well just.
That's true.
It's like, oh god.
That's essentially what I did. I mean, it was an underhanded softball toss, so I was hoping you catch
Alright,
it.
we're like, mhm.
Over the shoulder.
And then I'll just continue in telling. And then from there, we discovered that this orb was something to do with this cause of the infection, and then the wizard in town, other than this
I was like,
this one.
That one died.
He.
What? You died?
Not this one. The one with the orb originally.
Yeah, I don't remember everything though. Can you fill in the details for me?
Well, there was a fire, and Copernicus. Have you met him around town? Small fellow, Copernicus.
Roll a history check.
Well, anyways.
15.
You've heard the name Copernicus Jinx. You know that he's someone who's you were close enough to the Lord Warden to be able to have him ask you personally to join this group. You know that he's also been a part of some meetings of that nature.
Oh, I've heard the name.
Well, anyways, so the Lord Warden and his dragon friend were going to try to kill us, but then Copernicus came and he saved the day and he said, there's a sickness, go find it. And that's what led us to the wizard, and then we killed the wizard, and then we took his orb, and then...
Wait, who's going to kill you?
It was part of the weird plague. Everybody turned zombie.
Kind of a ritual going on in a basement.
Oh, no, I get that.
I'm just taking notes.
I get
So
that.
anyways, then we defeated him, but then there was the fire, and then the fire, and I wanted to get some good berries, but the dragon scooped me up and I couldn't get away, and then
She's not gonna let that go ever.
Then we saved some children from a fire, and then the fire got put out, and then Copernicus said he'd find us, and he never did, so we've been holding on to this creepy wizard man's orb, and we don't know what it does, and we don't know what it says, and...
Well, it's funny you should mention that because I can actually read this being a door. And it
I was
says
hoping so.
And it says World Key.
World Key.
Go ahead and roll another history check.
Key to the world.
What kind of magic emanates from that orb?
Ooh, 5.
Black.
What about detect magic?
You don't know much. You know that it says World Key.
Oh, yeah, it
You're
says
like,
World's Key.
and
Well,
you
you're
know
not
that
quite
it's
sure
in
where you-
Dwarvish. I'm trying to think of what that magic.
I want to reach in my pouch and give you some good berries. They're like a day old, if I remember. It's either 1 or 2 days old.
Do they last?
Probably not the healing, but
No, I think it lasts for a week or something.
they're my favorite.
Possibly.
Can I do a...
From a different island.
Sorry, there's a few things I want to check out about this orb while I got it in my hand.
Okay.
I'm trying to debate if I want which one I want to do first, like an Arcana or Religion.
You could roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
You also did have...
Just because I want to like see if there's any
Yeah.
magical properties on it that I can
Do it.
Yeah.
see.
Darius
any
was
runes or anything.
asking what he would pick up.
Right. Oh, that's right, because you have.
Basically the worst feature ever.
I mean,
I know all magic and their schools. DM's nightmare.
I'm like, no, it's not the abjuration. It's not. It's not divination. I don't think it's
Necromancy?
If it's turning people into zombies, it might be, but...
I think there might be a necrotic element to it. I mean, it has a couple of. I think it also might be a. I just had it. Not divination, or a conjuration
Okay.
magic.
I got a 14 on the Arcana check.
So you see some runes that would be a part of spells. You figure that this is something that is magical. But yeah, because you don't remember the history of it.
Sure.
Quick welcome to Sarah BC1.
Sarah BC1!
Hey,
what?
Sarah BC1.
Sarah BC1.
Welcome.
BC1!
Welcome to the stream, Sarah
Thank
BC1.
you made things happen yesterday.
I'm still playing catch up.
I know, I don't want to give anything away, but
oh my
We'll
god.
get there.
at first I was like, no, and then it turned out I was like, alright, cool.
Yeah. Sarah BC1 always makes some things happen. Did she give me the cats?
She usually opens the show with a wild magic conjuration. And it's
So I think I wound up with that one because I think she gave it to Jim Jam's choice.
And we had those cats for
the whole game.
the whole game.
Thanks
Well,
to
the noise
the
of cats.
yeah, the noise of invisible cats were everywhere.
Let me ask you something.
Ask me something.
Would a 24 knowledge arcana, or if it's necromantic in nature, a 27 knowledge arcana, give us anything else?
With that kind of roll, you are looking at these runes and having been a very studied wizard.
What are you saying?
I think I don't need to say what we all know about warlocks. As a wizard who's looked at a book.
Just getting right down to it.
That is it. That and you have a friend now.
I feel like you didn't even move.
So you are seeing runes that are kind of lining up with some of the other magic that you've been a part of. You're seeing bits and pieces talking about portals and planes and things of that nature. Something that is called the World Key. You're kind of putting together that maybe this is some sort of item that is meant to retrieve or that opens up access to the other planes, or if used a certain way, other areas of this world itself.
Just want to, because she's between us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So just like looking over, say, that's got something to do with portals.
Is it bad? Should we just destroy it?
Maybe we should toss it off the cart and go.
You almost did earlier.
He's like, didn't I do that already?
I
mean,
don't like to
Between like the potions that were being made before
Mhm.
on Island B
Mhm.
and this, it's similar. Like that was a trying to recreate something potentially that this would do.
I don't know if it's a direct recreation. If anything, it's I can't fully speak for Jared's magic.
But
but
like this is probably stronger.
From my view, it's more of a crude substitute.
The battle of the GMs. Tune in.
Tune in next show when my main
No, just
story
fist
character
fight.
dies.
Repeated.
Here's
You
a good
got
part.
caught in a portal.
It's a portal that his leg got chopped off with. Yeah, so this is more that I will say this. That is more of a putting physical components together. This seems to be the main
Right,
piece
but
of
it's
a
trying
component.
to recreate the effect.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so with that you have that information. And again, you're looking at this thing, and I mean it says World Key on it.
Oi.
You're picking up these pieces of magic. A few hours into this ride, though, you all of a sudden get a communication.
Mhm.
And it just says, smoke ahead. And
How far ahead?
you see it, you've maybe reached just the very edge of the, like you're about to enter the woods. And
I probably need one for
in
Sean.
the woods, in the woods, let's see how far.
We're going into the woods.
Into the woods. Into the woods.
And into the woods. But not yet.
It looks like it might be
Over the river. It's grandmother's house. We go.
a quarter mile, half mile into the woods themselves.
Are we close to the river?
The river, flip it.
Have we crossed the bridge?
No, you have not crossed
Right.
the bridge. You are entering the woods.
That's technically two islands.
Hmm?
That's technically two islands.
I think it's more of it's.
The river goes down and splits it.
That's
Two
true.
Is Panama just two things?
Kinda.
But it's all called Panama.
Go Panama.
North Panama.
Where are we?
Yeah, it's a country.
We're about
Technically,
to
the river
enter.
goes into the mountains.
Technically, a river runs through.
Maybe the river comes down from the mountains and the mountain river fills up the ocean.
Yes, that's how it was.
So, as
What's
we're-
your intelligence, babe?
It's a 12.
Yeah.
But listen, I still don't know if the.
You don't know. You
So
don't
I
know
was-
about mountains.
I will stop the cart.
Okay.
Woo!
Not like an e-brake. Oh, donkey drift!
No, the donkey made that noise. It was accidentally instead of the bit, like the bit fell out of his mouth and he got around it.
If you guys don't mind,
Solved the ocean.
I'm going to have my friend go and check out ahead. There's apparently smoke.
You're what?
My friend, haven't you guys noticed?
Noticed? I thought you were talking about me when you kept saying your friend.
No.
We're not.
No.
That's your word.
Well, how did you think that
Oi.
the stone got
You told me it
you
was
got a friend.
magic.
invisible? Well, it's because my friend.
What? I can't see. Nobody was
And
there.
what kind of friend are you talking about?
Okay, fine. Let me introduce you. I'll just kind of look at this
Yeah,
guy and just like
yeah.
mouth some words, and then Like maybe I'm thinking like 15, 20 seconds later.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has an invisible friend.
Yeah, right here. See? Smoke that, right? Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Come on, babe. And then pop. And then his invisibility leaves, and you see a small sprite.
Like a can or a bottle?
Which is like a little man who's tiny sized, and he's got wings, and he's got a longbow.
So Tinkerbell,
Well-
but dude version and warrior.
He's what size?
Tiny.
Right.
He's
So-
tiny.
So he's got a tiny longbow.
Microscopic or like
No,
thumb
like the size of Tinkerbell.
Okay. Well, I mean,
And he'll be like, well, hello there, folks. It's nice to meet you. My name's Pyro.
I hate that.
Well, I dislike you. And he's gonna shoot with his longbow. He's gonna shoot an arrow at you.
You didn't tell me my undead familiar would be his pixie?
No, that's not yours. You didn't cast Find Familiar yet.
I want a friend.
Kid, he's gonna shoot him. Is that okay?
Well,
Yeah, I
technically,
can't
did you say
control-
that as Kreslin or did you
No, Jared hates that noise.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
I mean, you
didn't
can
say that.
You can
Okay.
shoot me if you want.
I don't want to shoot you, but he does.
Oh, that's convenient.
Okay, so in honor of you, he'll go. Well, everybody.
Much better!
You notice as you look at him, he's got this big bushy brown beard, and he's got instead of like a little like short shorts or anything, he's got like a full on like magenta robe. How's it going?
The most metal sprite ever.
Just for you.
All right, there you go.
He's a mix between those two things.
So like normal.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Pyro. It's nice to meet you. Okay, bye now. And he's
feel
gonna
like-
go invisible.
I feel like
and
this
fly
would be
off.
a Sprite commercial, though, right? Can
Yeah.
anybody else?
It's like that
They're getting
Dr.
weird with
Pepper,
the
like the little
commercials,
Dr. Pepper dude.
Yeah.
Little
Time
sweets.
traveler.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have this link with magic. I don't really know what it's about, but
I'm glad you're not
I just-
running from it
I
anymore.
realized I had the ability to summon him, and he's you see he goes invisible. He can help us out. He shoots his little longbow, and when it hits people, there's a chance to put him to sleep. So he tells me. But yeah, I don't really know a lot about it. I mean, I'm pretty scared of magic for a long time, but curiosity got the best of me. But yeah, he's going ahead of us. He's looking out ahead of us to make sure we don't get in trouble. So there's some smoke, so I'm gonna have him just go check it out. And like I said, he's invisible. Like nobody will see him. So he'll just kind of go do what he can. And I'm gonna send him. ask him to go.
Does he have
I
like?
can't- What? Go ahead.
How far can he be from you?
So he can be.
Separation anxiety.
Exactly.
If we're within 100 feet, we can talk telepathically.
Mm-hmm.
Past that, we can't talk. But he can, I believe, go. Oh. Yeah. He can go and then come back and talk.
Gotcha. So you've sent him off, and you're staying with the cart.
Yes.
So he flies off, and you guys are waiting there.
Well, if we're gonna wait for a minute, I'd like to get out of the cart and just look around and see if I see any signs of anything.
All right. So roll a survival check
Alright.
or a perception check.
If we're gonna wait for an hour and 10 minutes, I got a thing I'm gonna do.
I'm trying to think. How? What's a sprite's speed?
Very fast.
Survival or what?
Survival or perception or investigation. I'll give you any of those three.
Cow.
Okay.
I mean, you're trying
a
to.
10.
Yeah. So you see some grass, and up ahead you see some trees.
What?
I mean, you see some indented grass, but like
No wagon wheels?
no. I mean,
Fresh.
no.
grass.
Like you look behind your cart and you see wheel tracks
There's
heading towards town.
Oh, never mind.
Ahead of you.
Flying is 40.
Flying 40, yeah.
Flying is 40 feet.
So like 80 around if he's using his action to dash.
Okay.
So adult blue dragon then?
Yeah. So here's the thing is, I said the smoke was about half a mile away. So are you wanting him to go check out the smoke? All right. So you're gonna send him off.
Process of journey, you're talking 2,500 feet.
I feel like the sense I'm getting is going to be about an hour and 10 minutes we're going to wait here for. Just
All right.
throwing that out there.
We'll
Oh,
wait.
weird. Your familiar got real squeaky again.
Yeah.
Well, that's just me.
Yeah. You can take. We'll take. You guys can take an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, are you guys?
You got here much faster than you thought,
That's
or
true.
anybody thought we were going to.
Does anybody else want to see if they can find anything?
Oh, question.
Tell me how you got this sprite then.
I don't know. Maybe he's made a comment before about
this.
untrained magic.
Yeah. He's I've
Maybe
not
he knows.
I've not seen it in the you call yourself a warlock, right? Yeah. I've not seen it in that variety. I've seen sorcerers who have just the ability to do it. I have to learn everything from this book. Like, it takes time and practice.
I want
and
to
effort.
try.
Things kind of just come to me.
Well,
Are
I'm
you
a little
gonna
better
show
at
him
it,
an
I guess.
example?
Yeah. I mean, you could watch this. I highly suggest you don't try it. That's how I killed Mida.
That's right. This character doesn't know that.
Yeah. I'll flip to the back of the book, and there's this whole like really long section
I
about
step
necromantic.
behind
Petra.
Petra. I think I was like,
This was years ago. And then I'll flip back to the front of the book
Okay.
with the beginning stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and pull out some herbs and
Mm-hmm.
got any
Is that
mercenary?
incense and herbs?
it's something.
It's
That's
what are the components?
That's what I needed.
Is that what you got from your portal?
Some of them, yeah, some came from there. Charcoal, incense, and herbs.
That's what I
Yep.
needed too.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I knew I needed it. Just cause kind of a sense in me. Weird.
Well, I only know because it says in this book right here.
And I would like sit down, like
I'll show them.
right in front of you, and like watch as you're doing everything. Like,
And it says like a quarter cup, and
Yeah.
I'm like, not too much.
It didn't matter when I did it.
Like,
And so, you are gonna take the time to cast Find Familiar.
yeah,
Great.
we could do it.
I believe Pseudo Dragon is an option, right?
I mean, really, it's up to you.
I mean,
I'm not gonna say what's not an option.
I'll say Pseudo Dragon is
it's
an
like-
option.
I don't accept.
Are you actually gonna cast for the cube pseudo dragon?
I mean,
What is a pseudo dragon?
it's more like a wizard.
It's a
Wizard.
Which is
instead
A
of
lizardy
it-
thing.
What's a tiny?
It's a little tiny
I
dragon
don't know.
Mushu.
Yeah, there.
with wings.
Kinda, yeah.
There's
Does
a
it do
picture
the
of
tongue
one.
thing?
Where was the picture?
Yeah, I don't know that there's a picture.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I'm
There used to be
definitely
a
standing
picture.
behind Petra.
For anyone in our Discord, Jared really wants Cubert,
Hubert, that's his name.
the cube dragon, which you may have seen art of, that
It's
stemmed
exactly
from the
20
last
feet
time
by
he was on the couch. Exactly 20 feet by 20 feet in every direction, and then wings.
Pseudo dragon. He's not like, is this like a little dragon? He doesn't get bigger.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's like
About to say.
can sit on your shoulder type thing.
Okay.
Like a house cat to a lion kind of thing.
So
Like,
Gotcha.
as you cast this,
Yeah.
does it just show up? Show up?
I believe it does just show up. It used to just show up.
Flying from the direction of the mountains, you see a small speck. And as it gets closer, you're like, is that just a square moving towards it?
It's clearly more of a cube.
Yeah. Well, oh, it's a three-dimensional square. And then it flies in a very gray, right? Is that
Yeah.
gray with these white eyes. Dragon just flies and alights on the ground next to you and looks up at you.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
Do that.
And you just
Hey, G.
what?
Cole said, "That's Nathan's. I'm bullshitting so hard right now." Face.
I don't know what you're talking about, Cole.
Does Cole see that face a lot?
Nope. I never use that face at my job.
I just look down.
Uh-huh.
Cubert.
And he goes,
Dragon.
That's a pseudo dragon. It's a little tiny dragon.
and he here's the thing, is Cubert like when he's on the ground, it's kind of like a little hopping.
Did you summon a dragon who ate too much? We don't have McDonald's here.
Hey, he doesn't look healthy, does he? But he's mine and I love him.
I think maybe Agatha should take this dragon on some walks with her. Track those steps.
So you now have this little dragon that's a perfect cube, and he starts fluttering like. This perfect cube like lands on your shoulder, but yeah, on the dead arm. And then he's like starts fluttering and lands on the other shoulder. And then he does it. He's like, and he just goes with your head.
Bonus says there's an audible ding ding every time Hubert blinks.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So don't try to stealth. With
That's the episode then, right? I'm good.
I think that's it.
Got what I wanted out of this.
We got a pseudo dragon. A little sprite is flying off towards some smoke. We introduced one new character who's confused about where he is. All right, so now that this hour and 10 minutes is up,
like in any extra time, I'll start trying to teach him cantrips.
as you start trying to teach him things,
Oh, like this, and then I'll just blast a tree.
and more smoke rises, you hear.
I don't think it would take an hour 10 for my sprite to go and come back, though, right?
No, you've probably already. I mean, I don't know. Do we want to do the? He went a mile.
Okay,
Too much
25.
80,
Well, 5,000.
80 feet every 6 seconds.
You don't think he got tired just a little bit? Oh yeah, I guess I'm 80 feet. I don't know.
2,500 feet there.
It could have been
2,500
10
feet
minutes, but he was so into this spell that, I mean, really, you think about it, flying a mile.
back. He's been like screaming in your ear the whole time.
Well, I can't hear him at that point.
No, he came back, and he's sitting on your shoulder.
Oh,
He's
well,
back.
He can talk to my
Yeah.
brain.
He's
He's
learning
talking.
cantrips too.
He can talk to my brain.
You guys, look, it's called a short rest. You took one. It's fine.
I couldn't
Did
even
you
play
need
my
to?
song of rest.
Nope, you didn't need to, but you did. He's telling you that there is smoke about half a mile into the woods, and near a clearing. And he said that it looks. He said, "I think I found the. What was it? Hey, I think I found the.
There you go.
I think I found the caravan. It's all circled up. Looks like there's some smoke. Looks like they might have had some trouble."
Oh, what kind of things were assailing the caravan? Where did you see enemies?
I mean, I found the caravan. I came back. I thought that's what you wanted.
You went like a mile. Like,
What
you like
kind of
searched
stuff
the
is it?
area, right?
Yeah, but I went a mile. I found it. I came back because I thought it was urgent, and then you
We'll
just
work
said
on
go.
this, Pyro.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's been an hour. You've just been playing with this guy, watching him do stuff. I didn't realize it was this important. I could have gone there and back again.
And I'll give him a fist bump.
The tiniest little fist just.
Good job.
I'm really sorry, man.
Yeah.
So all of us
Good
just
job,
see
Pyro.
like him
We're getting
like
Just in the air.
It's like,
I mean, like they were circled up. I don't know, circle the wagons. I don't
Good to
know.
know.
Isn't that a thing? Like,
Yeah, it is.
So probably getting attacked.
Cool.
Who's the dragon?
I'll relay that information to the group that that we saw smoke in the woods and it looked like people were circling it, and that's the caravan that looks like it's been attacked in the woods.
well, we should probably get going then.
All right.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you take the buggy or do you go on foot from here on out?
Hide the
Quarters,
buggy.
a half mile.
Is it?
Are you saying that's a far distance?
That's a far distance.
Is it
Pyro,
off
is
the
it
road?
through the woods? Off the road?
No,
To get
it's,
there?
it's pretty on the trail, but I don't know. It looks. I mean,
Looks
there's
dangerous.
a bit of a clearing that they were able to pull into, but man, I don't know. They got off the road really quick. I don't know. If it were me, like, look, if I'm just sprouting ideas here from the top of my
Sprouting.
brain,
Sparking
ideas?
ideas.
3 of us came up with that one.
can they hear me?
No. It's just me and you, buddy. It's just me and you. They can see me kind of looking in the distance saying nothing, though.
That's what I thought, but I felt like I had 3 people react.
Really,
They're so
yeah,
weird,
weird.
man. Why'd you gotta hang out with warlocks anyway?
Let's just leave. Let's just me and you leave.
I'm gonna take the donkey into the woods.
Whoa!
and
Why did
One
you
second,
hurt?
1 second. Let me get the information from Pyro.
I just feel like if there was trouble, wouldn't the easiest way to be to sneak up like without a donkey? That could break. And he's like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, the donkey knows I'm here.
Weird, all donkeys can see us.
Yeah, I didn't know it's a well-known thing. Donkeys. Did you lose something?
My phone. I need
Oh.
to Sprite's intelligence.
Did you have a minute?
You just.
I had it.
Did you lost it?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, here it is.
So that's what the sprite has told you.
Cool. So he's told me that he's thinking the donkey he feels like would kind of spook him, and I kind of agree with that. But what do you guys think? I mean, I am always kind of one to say let's not press our luck, so not get risky. But what do you guys think?
I'm pretty lucky, but I feel like maybe going on foot would be good.
Do we have any donations come through? Do I see the green donation bar at full?
It's not up. Oh, I guess we're back to the top.
Maybe that started with the
A
strike.
fresh sub.
I think
Yes.
it started with it up.
Oh yeah, yes.
We have a fresh hype boss.
Ah, okay.
Was it
Cool, cool.
POTUS? Who is it? Yeah, it's POTUS.
Oh, that was with POTUS's. Wait, when POTUS resubscribed,
yeah.
Yeah.
he reset it, which means he gets to
Oh.
assign
Oh, did we
the,
miss this?
the natural 20. Because he's the hype boss.
That's true.
What are you guys doing over there? I can't see any of
I
this.
didn't know.
We're
Hey,
guests.
POTUS.
Yeah, POTUS, you get to assign a natural 20 that someone can use whenever they want. Because you're the hype boss. So sorry this took so long. What do you give it? Who's got it?
I know, but
He
yet.
hasn't said yet.
Oh, okay.
Jared.
Jared.
That's me.
All right.
Wait, I thought you were couch.
I was like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait. Which
Couch
makes
reset.
me Jared.
no.
Actually, I think it just got a little redder there for a second.
Perfect. All right, Jared's got the nat 20 to play
Thanks,
with.
POTUS.
Nice.
Do we,
From the
wanna
last
go through
session,
the
I remember
woods?
you're gonna need it.
do we want to go through the woods? I mean,
I like the woods.
if we leave the donkey.
By the time we
probably
make a
gonna get
decision, we could
killed.
be there
I mean-
already. Let's go.
It's not my donkey.
All right, mister. I take the donkey
There's
and I
people in
lead it
trouble.
into the forest and tie it up where it can get some sweet grass.
Oh.
Why?
I thought you were just gonna put it down now. So
I lead it into the
away.
forest. Just look at the flowers.
Killing your dad, killing the donkey.
Flowers.
What is it with you?
I'll bring him back.
All right. All right. So you're heading down the path, sans donkey.
But with donkey still alive.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yes, the donkey is still alive. You've gone a little bit further in the woods. Like obviously now you can't necessarily see the smoke because of the treetops, but you've started to make your way and you're starting to smell the smoke in the air.
I cast mage armor.
Wonderful. Marcus spells a lot.
I did.
All right. And as you continue on, everyone, you're about as you all get closer. You start to hear some shouts in both Common and Orcish from up ahead.
I don't speak Orcish.
I don't either, but it doesn't sound good.
I only speak
You're still on the main path at the moment,
I
right?
thought we were in the woods.
We went through the woods.
So you went off the main path.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next to the path, though.
Close to the path, yes.
Okay.
I can
But in
see
the
the
woods.
path.
Okay. You can see the path.
Yes.
Imagine
So
a
you're
bunch
not
of
on the
halflings army crawling.
Not on the path.
But you're hearing Common. You're hearing Orcish. You've cast Mage Armor.
I'm gonna draw my rapier.
All right.
I'm gonna tell my familiar to go like 30 feet ahead,
Mhm.
30 feet in the air, and just kind of wander through the trees, and then speak to us if he sees anything.
Yeah. What's his stats on wisdom? What's his wisdom stat?
It's perception.
Yeah.
Stealth +8, perception +3.
All right. So as he's flying, you get a signal of, hey man, there's orcs. You probably knew that because they're speaking Orcish. But yeah, I've got the
His
clear.
intelligence is also 14, so he's pretty smart.
Yeah.
all these orcs?
Yeah. So
I love it.
I see. I don't know, maybe about a dozen.
Draw that scroll!
Boom! What?
$5 scroll, yo!
$5 scroll from
Now,
who?
is that anonymous? Like they didn't give their name, or is that their
Anonymous.
A naughty
hip hop anonymous?
Yes. Anonymous is now the hype boss? or
No,
is it
just
still-
Bugger.
Still POTUS.
Okay,
We're-
still
yeah.
POTUS.
But
Alright.
his armor has been shipped.
All right. We got a nice little.
Scroll!
Ash is excited.
Another one?
No, that's just
No,
what she
no, no.
said.
Oh.
Ashes.
I mean, if you want.
Height,
Well,
height
it's
can
spell.
anonymous,
Orcish.
so I'm gonna draw at
You
random.
can now speak Orcish scroll. Come on.
I'm gonna draw at random.
Okay.
I forgot to talk about these at the top of the show. This is our box of modifiers for those wonderful donations. I just pulled at random.
Everything with them is random.
Pretty
the
much,
player
yeah.
is assigned to.
Oh man! This
Don't
is a
be
good
the
one for
DM.
you. This is a deity of protection.
Oh, nice.
+2 AC for 1 round of combat. And the way we do it now
One.
is we
two,
roll a
three,
d4. Yep, right across the couch to see who gets it.
Starting at him, 1.
Boom, you got it.
I got +2.
You get +2 to
probably
your
good.
armor class. I'm gonna hold on to it, so just make note of it.
Nice.
You
19.
Oh.
It's for you when you need it. So
Mm-hmm.
tell me at the top of whatever round you want it to apply to.
Right.
So if you want it at the first round, great. But there's no very specific, because these can happen in the middle of a combat. So there we go. There's our first find out a scroll.
I feel like it should be the next one. Like when you get the scroll, the next one.
So
We're not in combat though.
I know.
I'm not judging the rules.
did I tell you? I think it said. He said, you heard that right? Like about a dozen orcs.
Doesn't. Okay.
Yeah, we got 6 wagons. The men are in the middle. They're trying to defend, but
Oh, and they're assaulting them right now.
yeah, man. What do you think that fire was?
I said, we need to go. There's humans fighting off orcs right now.
All
we need to
right.
go.
Human.
But don't
I
press on
start
us.
running.
Let's start running.
All right. So you start running towards orcs and noises in the clearing. The imp is above you. He's like, right at the last moment, he's like, whoa, 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 whoa! And as you come up, you so you all started running.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna need everyone to roll stealth at disadvantage.
I mean, I guess. Since you asked, nice.
Well,
Well,
wasn't really trying to be stealthy.
Hey!
if disadvantage wasn't a thing, we'd be great.
Yeah, same.
But I offset a 19 with a 1, so
I'm at 10.
yikes.
I got a strong 4.
Still at 5.
I got 11!
Dang, y'all. Well,
I need one.
all
more.
right. So what was that? A 4,
10.
5.
5, and an 11. One of which was a crit fail.
Yeah.
So there is one orc. As you are you heard whoa man whoa. There is one orc that you see behind a tree with a javelin in hand, whose ears perk up. You see at least 3 others ahead of him, but he's the closest one to you, and because of the ruckus up ahead, they don't seem to have noticed, but he has noticed, and he turns around and he roars as gaining the attention of the other orcs. And this is where we're gonna go to break, everybody. I know,
but I
We're
was
gonna start
gonna
off
do
the
a thing.
second half with some initiative, with some combat, with some fun. We're gonna be back in about 10 or 15 minutes, so hang out. You'll hear our theme song to bring you back into it. We'll
Get
see you
a
in a
snack.
bit.
Come on back.
Clickety clack.
Go!
It's fine when she did it.
Oh.
Go! Let's try that button.
Maybe.
Try that one, Austin.
Don't say hi.
None
You
of
ready to
them
say
are
goodbye?
Austin, try this other button. Austin, try that other button.
I'm trying all the buttons.
Mom,
Well,
Dad,
how was your
Dad.
break, everybody?
We're not here.
Wait for
Is
it.
it 10 or 15? Somebody's asking.
At this point, once we actually click it, it's going to be 10, but you can consider us on break.
Also,
right
the
now.
person asking is certain.
Trying to
Hey,
help out
hey,
everybody.
Sarton?
Here's the thing: you just get up and go click it.
I don't know where the button is.
Hey
anymore.
guys,
Hey, what's
why
this?
why can't dinosaurs clap?
Crossing.
I don't know.
They have no
why?
rhythm.
Because they're dead.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
So morbid.
It's below.
I got it,
Down
I got
there.
it.
Yeah, down there.
Wait for it.
Oh, I just got the connect.
Right now.
Oh, and we're back, folks.
It worked this time.
It worked. Good job, buddy.
I did it.
We're doing things, and the big thing that we're doing right now
Yeah.
is rolling for initiative. Everyone roll. Bow, 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 bow.
Natural 30.
Come again for big five?
You want to use that?
Not for initiative. Get out of here. Sitting on a natural 20. I'm not gonna use it for initiative.
Yeah, please don't.
Use it for a skill check.
Bodis is running back into the room like he's singing the intro music from Malcolm in the Middle.
There you go.
We all
I
have
relate
that
to
show.
that.
How's he typing and running at the same time?
All right, what do we have?
9.
9!
Yeah,
Really?
Well, 5 on the dice, plus 1.
we do.
Okay.
Really?
All right. Really. Sorry, I have one more roll to make. I forgot about. Okay. You have a 9 and a 9,
Uh-huh.
and what do you have?
Natural 20.
Natural 20. You're going first. What do you got?
17.
Okay. And Petra. You both had 9s.
She can go first if she wants.
So we will.
Do you-
S'il vous plaît.
Do you roll for Cubert?
He can have his own initiative, but familiars, at least wizard familiars, can't actually attack. in 5e.
Can't do nothing. Only warlock wants
They
to
can
do it.
like, if you fall unconscious, they can
They'll
help
step in for you.
potions and
They keep you company.
yeah. But he has a poison sting, so I don't know how to use it. Ding! But he got one. Cute.
Oh. Giant. Hold up. Sorry, everybody. There's
No
a lot.
initiative?
I
Okay.
don't have little fancy things. I have to write this down.
You have 12 orcs. I can tell
About.
more jokes.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Hey. You know,
Fight! Action! Go! Cut!
Tell a joke, but tell it quietly so I can still think.
I really only know like 3.
Well, we heard one.
Let's see.
I'll wait here.
Why can't you, why shouldn't you play board games on a safari?
Why?
Because there's too many cheetahs. Why
Why
can't you?
specifically board games? Why wouldn't you just?
Well, you
If you're
know,
playing cards. Yeah. I
Because-
feel like there's more cheetahs in cards.
why can't you play cards with a pirate?
Why?
Because they're always sitting on the deck.
No
like it.
self-respecting pirate would sit on the deck.
It's
They'd be
true.
swabbing.
Standing.
Maybe they just got swapped
Okay.
by the deck swap.
But babe, that's my favorite joke.
So after all that, we have.
Don't give us breaks.
We have a natural 20 from Darius over there. You have the orc that just noticed and roared. He's closer to you. He's right by a tree. He's got a javelin in hand.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So I'm gonna tell.
What?
I'm using that armor class for this battle.
For this round?
Oh, I thought it was for
one
the next
round.
combat.
One round.
One
Oh,
round.
one round.
It's
Okay, I
not
missed that.
like the accident. You got one of those $20 ones where you got to use +5 for like an entire battle. Don't
Thank
get
you,
cocky.
Poe.
It was only a +2. But it was for enough. Okay, so it's for
Oh,
one round.
it was more than +2.
So like if you're surrounded by 5 enemies, use it
What's
then.
preventing me from like giving myself a bonus?
This is +2
Like I could get my phone.
for
Right.
one round.
Right. Okay, for one round. Copy that.
Let's roll with the dice.
So I'm up.
So you're up.
So I, as a warlock, with my familiar, I can use my action
Okay.
to ask him to attack.
Okay.
So if he attacks, he becomes non-visible. So I'm going to tell him to hide in a branch behind the tree,
Mm-hmm.
and then pull out his little longbow,
Mm-hmm.
take a shot at this orc,
Great.
and he shoots a little arrow,
Okay.
He is a little
Roll that
man.
beautiful damage footage.
He has to roll to hit, so he says +6.
Is that a baked beans reference?
17.
Yes.
17 total.
Yes.
Will hit.
Okay, so the way that it works with his arrow is it does 1 piercing damage, and he has to make a Constitution saving throw, or be poisoned for a minute. It's a DC 10.
Just whiskey?
DC
Yep.
10. Constitution.
Straight up.
Yeah.
That's an 8 on the
You want
dice, but it's an orc, so he's got +3. Alright, so that's an 11.
No, that's
So it
Half damage.
just does 1 damage,
Just does
but
1
he's not poisoned because he succeeded.
damage. Got it.
And then I, as my bonus action,
I have bonus action.
Gonna understand a little bit.
you
I
know,
don't have
know if I'm
any.
gonna do
I only have a
anything.
reaction.
I'm gonna run with my movement. How are we positioned right now?
Like this.
How are you all? I'm guessing.
running.
Do you all have
Running.
25 feet of movement
Yes.
as a speed?
Yeah.
Because you all shorties.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So I'm guessing you were all relatively together in a
Okay,
group.
I'm gonna run backwards 25 feet.
Great.
What? We got this. He's like, no.
Oh, you're gonna back. I imagine
Wait, are you?
like.
That's what I was like. Are you running backwards?
Yep.
He's like moonwalking.
Now-
Performer.
That is what he said.
How close? How close do you have to be to your guy to
100.
communicate?
100 feet.
Okay, so you'll still be close enough for that. Great. Petra, your go.
Do it.
All right.
You see this one orc all of a sudden get like a little, like it almost looks like a pine needle sticking out of his neck,
Oh, use my natural.
Gotcha.
and he like shakes his head and he's like, huh?
Okay. So we've got the one orc. Everyone else has heard, but they aren't there yet. Yes.
Y'all heard?
All the other orcs. He is Bello,
Yes.
but they're not like.
Yeah, but and there are 3 others that you can see that are
Okay.
going to make a move.
Right. How far away are they? Just like yours.
Wow,
Uh,
gentlemen.
they are between 20 and 30 feet.
All right. I'm just gonna check my range. Okay. So we've got 1 and then 3.
Yep.
Okay. I will cast Scorching Ray. So basically, he's running up and kind of starts doing some thing with his hand,
Yeah.
and a ball of flame appears. Chucks it at one, pulls back. A second one appears, chucks it at another one,
Mm-hmm.
pulls back, and chucks it at the one right in front of me.
Okay, so you want to do like,
So it's 1,
boom, boom.
2, 3.
or like, are you going kind of in a line? So you want the one closest to you, then you're gonna go left, and the one right.
I'll finish on the one closest to me.
Okay, so I'm gonna say okay.
So like far, like
So roll the
left.
first one,
Okay. Rolling the first. I think it
because
is.
it's a
It's
a
a spell
save.
attack. No, it's a spell attack.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nat 1.
Too bad you're not a half.
So
Oh, he's not.
about that. I could have used it.
okay, so you roll a nat 1,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh, I need
I'll save it.
you throw it, and it's gonna go hurtling past, and you see just behind that orc that you were aiming for.
Mm-hmm.
You see these circled up wagons. You see
Yep.
some oxen. It's gonna go right by one of there, and they're gonna be like they're gonna rear up, and they're gonna start moving a little bit.
Gotcha.
Slowly, but
They're starting to pull the cart.
they're a
away.
little
Breaking formation.
spooked because
Gotcha.
they're now breaking formation.
Yep.
You got 2 more though.
Okay. Number 2. That will be 25.
25 is
A 1
just
followed by an
barely a hit.
Excellent.
So roll damage on that one.
All right, and that is
bonuses is
double
6.
checking it should be 2d6.
Try to avoid it.
5.
5 total
Yes.
on 2d6.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, and now roll that last one.
So Kate Davis in the
Okay,
house.
so this is the one
sir,
that's
it
right
hits.
in front of me,
Yep.
and that is a 13.
13 hits.
Okay.
Hit her in the face.
And do they catch on fire? Roll damage and then tell me if they catch fire.
I believe. Well, I mean, I'm throwing fire, so I believe they do. I'll double check.
Double check
But-
because sometimes it's items that are worn cannot.
Dang it, 5.
5 again.
The
Wow.
forest erupts in fire.
Alright,
Yep.
Let me
Says
double
in
check it.
specific-
Okay,
My point
you
sure.
double check that as we move on to these orcs right here.
You know it.
These orcs.
These orcs were at the moment.
It does not say on a hit the target takes 2d6 fire damage. It does not say that whatever they're carrying catches fire, but they are taking fire damage.
Okay. So at the moment, there are 4 orcs close enough to your position that are going to do battle. The first one aims a javelin at you, and it flies over your shoulder.
Because I'm real
He
small.
said forks.
Get
Get it?
Yeah.
Because there's 4 of them and they're orcs.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
The second one
It's also 4 problems.
has just gotten hit by you. He's got a javelin. You activated... Were you activating for this round? If, like...
Yeah.
You were gonna... Okay.
Sure, let's do it.
So what is your armor class?
I got 4 that are close by.
19.
19 now.
Meow, meow, meow.
That's gonna hit you with a soft 20.
Ooh.
Okay.
What if?
So I'm gonna roll that
I'm
damage.
going to use a warding flare. Oh shoot, here I am. I know.
What?
It's it'll impose disadvantage on the attack. I know you were attacking.
Well, yeah, it's my
No,
turn.
so I will.
No, I mean, like, if it's something you can do, you can say that, but...
Yeah, I think I missed the opportunity.
Yeah,
So
I mean, warding flare, so I gotta roll
You might
disadvantage.
have to do it before you attack.
that's what. Well,
Or
before you
say what
announce it.
got.
Oh.
Basically, when a creature within 30 feet attacks and I can see it, I can impose divine light as a reaction. I impose disadvantage on the attack roll. So,
But the attack.
but the attack roll has already been.
Okay. Well,
Announced.
don't forget about that.
Yeah,
next time,
no.
Because this time...
I just didn't put the hey, he's attacking you, and I could do this together.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, so you're gonna take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
You take that javelin.
Cool.
Dude, that's a hard thrown javelin.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, he rolled decent. It's almost like orcs are built for, like, hitting things.
I don't like it.
They missed you.
I like that.
So that happens, and then there's gonna be another guy is gonna try and attack you. He misses, and the last one is going for Bree. And I think he's gonna hit
Yeah, probably.
with his javelin. Just so you know, the guy closest to you all, what he was doing, he threw down his javelin that he had been holding because you all were so close, and he pulled out a great axe to go towards you, but he missed.
Okay.
But just so you know, that is what happens, and this last javelin is going to fly in and hit you.
What was the roll?
16 on the dice.
Cool. Just making sure.
Yeah, 16 plus 5, 21 to hit.
Barely.
I know.
Bears.
4 damage.
Okay.
But with that, you see some other orcs moving in. A little. It makes you a little scared. And
How many more orcs?
A few.
a few more orcs. And
I'm just trying to brain around how many.
okay. And now what we're gonna see
Uh-oh.
is guys. This
Fireworks?
This would be good. This
We
would be
brought the donkey.
good.
Cover.
All right, let's try this. Try this. Where is that number? Okay, so that's all right, and that's gonna be. You see, flying from the caravan.
But from the peoples.
From the peoples, you see these orcs have kind of, because they've taken notice of you, have now moved themselves out of cover a little bit. So you see one orc take an arrow and get hit. You see the one that hit you with the javelin is also going to take an arrow, and he's going to be hurt as well. And then another arrow is going to go whizzing by one of the other ones.
Gotcha.
So again, it looks like you've kind of broken their ranks a little bit.
Right.
And it looks like you've got a little bit of help coming from inside the cover of the wagons. Right now, try something. Nope. All right. Something happens that you don't know about,
Great.
and then it's Bree's turn.
Cool. What orc is closest to me?
The one that pulled a great axe and is heading towards him is close.
Fantastic. I'm going to use prestidigitation to make my eyes glow. And I'm going to cast Dissonant Whisper.
Is prestidigitation a bonus action?
I don't know. I can get rid of the eyes glowing if it doesn't work. It doesn't say.
I'm sure it
I
says
don't-
I think
somewhere.
it's an action.
I think it's an action.
Fine, I want to make it extra epic.
I know, honey.
I'll just make my eyes real big.
honey, on your own, you can be intimidating.
Okay.
Say,
I use Dissonant Whisper.
which is a charisma saving throw?
It is a wisdom save.
Okay. What do I need to get?
13.
That's a nat 20.
Oh no!
Dang.
Sorry.
But you still take half. You just don't have to run
nice.
away. You have
All
to
right.
take half damage.
All right.
And I
will take-
whisper, "Don't make me bring out the bagpipes."
Oh wait, that switches him to a nat 1. Roll your damage. What kind of damage is that?
It is 3d6 of psychic damage.
Oh dang! So I still could take 9.
Potentially.
It's 9 on the die with the dice, so.
So 4.
4 psychic
Right.
damage.
Yeah, we round down.
Uh-huh.
And so you see this orc shake his head, not knowing where that voice came from. I mean, you got they're a bunch of orcs and an army of halflings, and with a dwarf at their lead is coming after them. And it is now
I feel like a
Crestlin's
fire.
turn.
It's just Gimli and the Hobbits.
Right? Yeah. It's
I mean,
really what it
no,
is.
it's Gimli in the charge of the hobbits. This is what's happening right now.
Yep.
Is there a particularly leadering-looking orc?
Not that you all have seen. No.
All right, then I will point at the one she just brain messed with,
The Great Axe.
Yeah.
Orc.
and I will cast a spell, Toll the Dead, on that guy.
I always
all
wanted
right.
to see that one.
And
So thank you.
it's not. There's no roll.
No roll. Just happens.
It's just it's a cantrip.
It just
So he gets a
sounds
Wisdom
so
15
cool.
save against it.
Okay. That is a nat 1.
All right. So now he will take, because he's already damaged,
Mm-hmm.
he will take 1d12 worth of damage. It's an 11. He takes 11 necrotic damage.
You see this orc.
But
just-
what's just
this
describe
bell
it, 'cause
rings.
I love the description.
this
of
bell tolls as
For
this the one you just insulted. He's shaking his head, and all of a sudden, boom, and you see his face wrinkles up. He's in such pain as he convulses in and drops to the ground dead.
Ooh.
Haha!
Yep.
Nice. Baby, bye.
All right.
Trip!
Now,
No,
we
we
just
kinda-
melted his brain. Do we just want to take
Yeah.
a moment to recognize this dude died from a melted brain?
From a Dolores Bell. Dolores Bell?
You literally
How did I
told
say
the
that
dead.
word?
Dolores?
D-O-L-R... What?
Dolores.
Dolores. Doolurus. English is weird.
Doodle-roos!
There's a ding happened and dude died.
mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Ding dude died.
I dig it.
Do you ding ding
You-
ding?
Don't you?
Now hear
Ding ding ding.
let me do something. You hear the twang of bowstrings.
Uh-oh.
Nothing that flies your way. but you hear a couple what sound to be orc voices cry out.
Ooh.
Oh, in pain?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do this.
We did it.
And now, and then you hear some commands from the center of the circle, and it is now back to Darius.
All right. So I see 3 orcs.
You currently see 3 orcs.
Like in our vicinity. 2 are with javelins. All 3 with javelins?
All 3 of them have still have thrown their javelins. They have not necessarily drawn another javelin yet,
Okay.
or great axe, whichever. Like, they
Depending on what they have.
And they're all a similar distance away from
The cracks.
Yes.
this guy? Okay, so the one on my left,
Okay.
I am going to cast Hex.
Great.
And I'm going to give disadvantage through Hex I get to give disadvantage to ability, which is going to be Strength. So Strength ability checks.
Okay.
And then I am going to Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Who's the
Roll the hit. Who's surprised?
No one should
Who's
be
surprised that the warlock just used Eldritch Blast?
Oh.
7.
That is gonna fly over his head and do no damage.
What?
But he's been hexed.
Might singe a tree.
Nope. It flies directly through the forest in a line that has no trees in its path.
Okay, that's skill. I would like to give some.
Yeah, but if you tried to do that. Next up is going to be Petra.
Okay. So the one in front of me is down.
Mm-hmm. You've got another guy kind of catty corner.
Okay.
Straight ahead.
Okay. We got a guy there. How many? I have one because I know there were 4.
You currently have 3, and out of the roll perception really quick.
Okay.
Do it. You better.
Let me double check my modifier, but I think that's probably going to be a. Oh no, it'd be slightly higher. Where are you? 6.
You can also, you've got something where you could bring it up to your face. You're just like,
No.
you're at a 6?
Yeah, I'm at 6. I like it down here.
So you definitely know about those 3 guys.
Okay. I guess my question is, I have a spell that does a cone. How many would I hit with a cone? Because I can
The
see
one
them,
that's-
but I don't see them.
It's like 15 feet. How
It's a 15-foot cone.
You would be able to get one person. Like
Okay, then
one
it's not.
creature in each of those.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to hit an oxen as well. You could
I
technically
will
get.
pass.
Okay.
I'm not feeling the medium rare burgers tonight. I'm gonna pull my hammer out,
Okay.
and I'm going to attack. Let's see. The one I hit one of them, so I'm gonna attack that one.
Great. All right, you're going after that guy.
Yes.
Roll to attack.
Do it.
It's a 10.
You run up to face this orc who's amongst. There's a couple boulders behind him, almost like he was using that for cover.
Sure.
And you swing and he dodges out of the way right at the last moment, and he is right there. And at this moment, you hear the sound of 3 more bowstrings.
Jeez.
Twang, twang, twang.
Oh, there's a new hype boss.
There's a new hype boss. Break that down.
Oh, wow, that worked out. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Wait a minute.
What I had done was I just went in to gift a sub to the channel. So I gifted a sub to Amin for life.
Right.
I was thinking about the hype boss, but now you're the hype boss, and I'm the hype boss.
Yeah, who do you want to get that nat 20 to, buddy?
I know what I want.
You're already sitting on a nat 20.
I know.
You're sitting on one.
Well,
Can
no,
you stack
'cause
them?
if I wasn't playing, I'd give it to Nathan. I'd give it to the GM.
But you're playing.
But I'm playing, so I'm gonna give it to Bree.
Ooh.
But I I will say the GM is playing as orcs and some other bowstrings that seem to be fighting orcs.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true, but I already said I gave it to her.
Oh, all right, okay.
I don't know.
Plus, if I gave it to you, then your wife will be mad at you.
That's true. When I killed her.
Win-win-win.
Where's mine? Okay. You see. Yeah, you see a number of these orcs that are around you. 2 more of them, boom, boom, hit with arrows, and yeah, you're glad that you've got some help. It looks like right now.
Sure.
The orcs though aren't as happy with that.
Clearly.
We've got another javelin coming at Kreslin, maybe. That's a 16.
I'm a 17 with mage armor up. Boy!
Oh wait. I was wrong.
What?
That's an 18.
Oh, but now with shield up, I'm at a 19, so I reactionary cast shield.
All right, there you go. So I miss you.
Oh, just kidding. It's a 20. Well, I have a second shield.
You made me expend one of my shield things.
Right.
What
Yeah.
shield
Sorry
uses.
about that. Well. Yeah, it's a +5 modifier.
You notice how it was wrong when I gave you the natural 20? All of a sudden, the numbers changed.
Oh wait, no.
Oh, wait. Oh.
And there's another one coming in. Nat 20. Wow, actually.
Get some dice cam footage.
For
You're
you,
attacking me.
he's attacking you.
I'm gonna ward.
He's gonna pull out his great axe because you're so close.
I'm gonna ward flare this mother.
Okay, he's attacking
That's
you,
your
and so
mother?
that means disadvantage.
Explains a lot.
Disadvantage.
Oh, he's that orc dwarf.
Well, that disadvantage worked. He pulls out his great axe as you and starts bringing it down as you. What is it like?
Send up a bright light, basically. Yeah.
Ah!
Glow to
Misses.
Ha! I have a flashlight in your eyes.
Bright light hurt me. You meanie dwarf. And then this other guy is going to
Dwarfish.
throw a javelin. Actually, he was going to try and throw a javelin at you, but because
Pretty
you're
far away.
right,
'Cause
so
he
he
ran
rolled at
backwards.
disadvantage
Hilarious.
and didn't hit you because I
Sweet.
decided he was going to throw it at you before rolling, which is great because he had an 18
Oh,
the first time.
Start of my next turn.
All right, now, you hear from the
Ooh, that's higher.
yes, you hear now from the other side of the clearing. You hear a large guttural, and some words shouted out in Orcish, and you hear some crashing as it looks like maybe others have been alerted to your presence in the fray. Bree, it is your turn.
Who's coming at me?
At the moment, nobody's coming at you. There is a orc to your left. Petra is engaged with one, and then there is an orc to your right. Actually,
Hey guys, it's you know what?
I like
It was it took a lot of game development. Well, it took a lot of time, but I found it in my heart.
You said he got it. He's engaged
That,
with one in front of him.
When I put up
do
the
to
warding
break-
flare, it just lit up his face so perfectly, and I found myself
And
really
I've
on one
established his
knee.
mother's an orc, so...
as you throw this flare,
Yeah. Can I roll to seduce the orc?
No, not in
Can
combat.
always roll.
And you do hear
Just wait for me to exit.
from further to your left and further to your right.
Oh no.
It sounds like more orcs are approaching.
Morks!
Mona.
Maybe some Mindies.
Nanu nanu.
So I don't see like the leader yet. We still don't have determination of.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Do you want
I
to?
look
Do you want
around.
to use a perception check to see like who's in charge around here? Do you want to use your turn to ask them who
That would
their
be an
leader
action.
is?
Take me to your leader, son. No.
Okay.
Don't want to do that.
I mean, all the orcs you see seem to be of the same level and caliber combat-wise.
Listen, I just don't want to waste my D20 on.
Oh,
some-
you're nat 20?
Yes.
Oh, by the way, the guy right in front of you looks just like he could be a leader. Roll an insight. Actually, roll an insight check as to what your character knows about orcs
Who looks like they're
and who's in charge.
probably not much. That was a 4 on the dice.
All right, so you can play it that way. Like you
I don't know
know.
nothing about no orcs.
5. All right, guy in front of me.
Where are you
I'm
right
feeling extra strong. What?
You guys have not moved
Nope.
much. You
No.
ran up. They didn't move. He ran away.
How far away am I from them?
Halfling corner.
Yeah.
You're maybe 25 feet. You might be your full movement.
Okay.
Well, what if I want to sing POTUS?
You can sing.
I can't.
You know what? I have my rapier in hand. Who's closest?
The guy. Yeah, Breslin is the closest.
Use it if you go.
There's also a tree nearby and a dead body. Do you want to go stab the dead body?
What living
Yes.
orc is closest to me at this present
Okay.
moment?
The one that he's engaged with, or the one to your left.
I will go to the one to my left
Okay.
Take the one on the
with
gate.
my rapier.
Mm-hmm. Roll to attack.
Do
I'm
it.
deciding if I want my D20. I'll roll.
It's a nat
Well,
20.
I was gonna say
You
you
always
need your
rolling
D20.
D20.
I'm glad I
Pretty
didn't
good.
use it. That's a 17 plus 5.
You hit.
'Kay.
Roll damage.
Cool, I get one whole D8.
I mean, that's more than D6.
Plus
Plus whatever
Plus
your
strength.
modifier is.
what's what? 2? Plus 4?
Plus
Strength
minus
is negative 1.
No, but it's a rapier, so
This
it's.
is-
Oh, you can use your
You
dex.
can use your dex.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
So plus
Well,
3,
yeah, I already have
plus 3 on the
plus
damage. That's good.
Pew, pew, pew. 14.
5.
Right. All right. So you run up to this orc who stands far above you, and you take this small
Going for the
sword
knee.
and you stab it right into his knee, and he lets out a cry of pain as he drops to that knee, taking the weight off of it. But now you are standing face to face with an orc who is not very happy with you.
Well, now you two can get
Nice.
engaged. He's already on one knee.
Kreslin.
Seeing
Oh no, he has damage.
my halfling companion endangered,
Mm-hmm.
I reach forth and toll this bell again,
Bell.
right into this guy's face.
All right. Hold that bell.
So let's if he can save wisdom
Different Christmas
15,
All right.
he'll take no damage. But if he can't, he'll take some damage.
It's a 5.
He's gonna. So you see him take damage, and all of a sudden he's looking at Bree with this intense rage of, I am about to remove your head from your neck and the rest of you. And then all of a sudden another bell rings, and he looks at you, and I need you to make a dexterity save.
Oh no.
Wait. I'll do it this way. 1 on this D4 is he's falling towards you. Okay, he didn't fall towards you.
Okay. Because I had enough.
Because you got a what?
What?
I looked at,
If you rolled a nat 1, you walked into that. Okay.
No.
I'll catch you.
Okay. So Kreslin has just taken out another one of these orcs.
Dude, killing it.
Better than last time.
Literally.
Killing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Dude, yeah, actually though, much better than that.
Push wants to know if Quasimodo is responsible for that bell.
No.
No? Thank you for asking.
Is
But
Quasimodo
somewhere
one dead?
out there.
Maybe. Well, but now.
Well, yes.
I've had the worst luck rolling since the last time I was here. Like, this is the best rolling I've been doing. Since,
You have had... I'm-
for this show and other shows in my home.
for every
like,
show you've been on. Okay, you hear some more bowstrings.
Twang.
Twang, 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 twang.
Why are they DJs?
No, it's a twang.
Yeah.
Twang, that's that country DJ.
Country, exactly.
That
Oh,
twang.
No, it's a little X. Nos.
Oh God.
All right, and then you hear some more commands from the caravan.
Control C.
Terry,
I'm back up.
you're back up.
Eldritch Blast, the one that I have hexed.
The one that you hexed is dead.
Oh, that was the one that.
That was the one that she went up to.
Okay. So as my bonus action, I will move my hex
Great.
to.
There is one to the left of that one that's charging up.
Yeah, and I don't see any of the other ones, right?
No, you've been focused on that area, I think.
Okay.
I mean, there are two more to your right. One is engaged with him, and there are more coming from your right.
Are they
but
closer?
no, not necessarily.
Okay, I'll put it on the one that's engaged with him.
Okay.
Has that one been hurt at all?
That one
Just emotionally.
has been hurt. Yes.
Okay, I'll move my hex to that one,
Mhm.
and then I'll Eldritch Blast it.
Great.
I don't know what I'm doing! That's better. That's gonna be 18.
That'll
Hey.
hit. Roll that damage.
Noise.
And it's gonna be a...
So you wanted a strength disadvantage for him, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
We'll stay with that. I think he's about dead. We'll do a D10 and a D6. And that's gonna be, what is it? If I roll this, it's a 1, right?
That's a 10. Yeah, 10.
That's a 1. 5 damage.
Okay, so you hit this guy, and it looks like he takes the hit, and he is rocking.
Oh, sorry. I lied. I get to add my modifier too because I have that feature. 8 damage.
And as you see him rocking, he falls
Rocking.
over.
Rocking and
That's
rolling.
right.
Down to the beach, I'm strolling.
And luckily, he does not fall towards Petra.
Oh, I was
He
trying to
falls.
get him
He
to
falls backwards. You see this blast come from over your shoulder, and this orc is splayed out on the rocks behind him. His great
Alas, mine
axe
love.
clanging to the ground.
Quangles.
He has a great axe?
Yeah,
What did I cut you with?
He did say that.
I did say that.
No, I'm saying it out loud because
You can't use one. You're a cleric.
I know, I use a battle axe. Can't use a great one.
Wait, clerics can't use a battle axe?
I'm a dwarf.
You can
Oh,
use
damn
whatever
it.
you want, just not with your proficiency.
My human cleric is like,
Dwarves
here's this
use
club.
battle
Here's this chair leg. This is what I get to use.
Well, that's the only reason I think I can use a warhammer. It's because
Okay,
cleric.
That is
Or
cool.
because
You can
dwarf.
use dwarven
Petra, it is your
Battle
turn.
axe and warhammer.
Petra, it's your turn, and to your right, you
Oh,
do
cool.
have another orc.
Well, since mine love has dropped, I'm gonna shift my attention to the next orc, and I think, yeah, I'm gonna say those. I'm just gonna charge him with the warhammer.
Okay.
That will be a 22.
That will be a hit.
Yes.
That's my D8.
Damage time.
Ah!
That'll be 5.
So a paper cut.
So rear back and just give him a nice swipe.
Yeah, you come up to him, and you
Kneecap.
you swing. I mean,
Messing
you
with
hit him in
axe.
his kneecap. He lets out a cry, and he drops to one knee, and he is now
oh,
looking you. He's looking you in the eyes. But he's got a look of an orc who wants to rip a dwarf's head
We are
off of his
legit.
body.
bell? Where's the bell?
We're legit just infuriating, like stubbing your toe. Like, there's a party of toe stubbers.
All right.
Shin kickers all.
Oh. So this guy that you just
Wailed on.
wailed on,
Is he attacking me?
he is attacking you.
Well, he's gonna get warded.
Well, you saved yourself from a nat 20,
Ha ha!
but he still hits you with a 16 on the dice,
Yeah, that'll hit.
and he's going to use his great axe as well, because
Okay.
he's in close quarters now. Which means I get to pick up a d12 and roll it?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the weird
Too
one
bad it's a
that
2.
no one uses.
Oh.
What?
There's a 2 on it.
I was just
That's a 10 on the dice, Austin.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
That is a 10 on the dice, and then
What? Plus
You're gonna-
2, 3?
plus 3.
Okay, so I'm gonna take 13.
Yes, you are going to take 13
Yeehaw!
damage.
Let's go.
Don't nicey.
Hey, that worked well.
Right. So, you have just taken a hit, and now there is another orc running up. You still have mage armor on.
Yeah, for another like 9 hours.
NBD.
My shield
So-
is gone.
So your
I'm at
AC
17.
is 17, so a javelin is going to fly at you and get very close and just kunk off this force field
Good.
of armor.
I didn't want to burn another level 1.
And then another javelin is going to fly over your shoulder
Sweet.
from a guy coming from your
Is he
left.
within 30 feet of me?
He had moved up, yes.
Okay, so he is now within 30.
Yep.
Okay.
2 things just happened.
What just happened?
Real POTUS donated $10,
Oh!
and he is also
Alex gets to decide which one.
he's also the champion of
Oh yeah.
life.
Oh!
Hype boss
We
have a new hype
defeated
boss.
and back up.
Okay, so the Alex decision is that.
It's 1, 2, 3, or 4.
1, 2, 3, or 4. You get to pick. You can roll a d4 if it's really tough.
4.
4?
Yep.
Okay. So these are. I have double check. These are. Oh wait. I want
Do
to
for
be,
Alex.
I want to.
Okay.
I want to be honest. There is
Oh.
a 5. Do you want a 5? You still want 4? Okay.
Show me what was behind the original door I chose.
And
No,
this is-
you always change the door.
Happily.
It's mathematically proven.
I will
Always change
happily
the door.
show you. Okay. Yep.
You die horribly.
This is from the deity of fear.
Oh.
Oh.
The DM has inspiration right now, which means I have a reroll essentially whenever I want.
So he gets a natural 20 then, because he said he knew hype boss and he said do for Alex. So I'm assuming Alex is getting.
Okay.
The
Alex
nat
is
20.
getting the nat 20. So you
Alex
have
is
a
getting
20.
that
You also have
20.
a 20.
So we're
Perfect.
sitting on 320s over here.
Yeah.
We'll
Whatever.
get yours.
Yeah. Oh,
Don't
no,
worry.
it's fine. I'm just have proposed and am being proposed to, so it's
Exactly.
Cool.
Your plate's full.
I'm
Worry about
Hey
20s.
man, you got a lot going on.
gonna
Wedding
be honest.
money is a
My
lot.
my fiance is actually dress shopping today, so this
That
is
is
all very appropriate.
For the wedding or just in general?
inappropriate? Or inappropriate because
It's
you're
all
to work now.
They're spoken for a man. See.
Awkward.
All right.
I love you, honey.
She's not watching. She's dress shopping.
No, it's true. She's not watching. I still love you, even though you're not watching my show.
You're safe.
You're safe. There's no time. There's no need to cry.
I don't have any popcorn.
Too bad.
I think.
Whiskey and
What
tears.
just
How does
happened?
that
Where were
taste?
we when that happened?
A javelin went over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
From the orc that magically appeared out of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Right next to
But
me.
you know what I forgot? You know what I forgot to tell you guys?
What?
Got some bowstrings coming in.
Twang, twang, twang.
Let's see. Let's see. All right.
Here we are. Also, I like your hat. Is it supposed to be Avengers?
So-
It's an Alpha Outpost.
Oh,
I was
because
wondering
it looks
that
like
too.
the Avengers,
They are.
which I would dig.
They are an outdoor survival.
So you
box.
see,
I'm an
Petra,
I'm an influencer.
you are staring
So they give me-
into the eyes of your newfound love
Dude, that's sick.
as a arrow enters the base of his neck,
Oh, gross.
and he drops down dead.
Does it go into his face?
Oh!
There's just a little bit of splatter.
I'm
There's
like,
a little bit of black blood.
You just had
now
two
hit you.
loves die moments
Talk
apart.
about PTSD.
I kind of think he might be loving this.
And then
Fair enough.
Darius, the one that had just thrown a javelin at you, also takes an arrow.
He took an arrow to the knee.
No. He
Oh.
took it. I get to say where the NPCs were aiming. There's a lot of
Where'd
name
it go,
talk.
Nathan? Where'd it go?
It's a very.
It was the elbow.
Oh, okay, fine.
Was there like, did it hit the elbow and then a ring came out?
Did it hit?
It hit his elbow, but he still dropped to a knee.
Funny bone is no joke.
Good to know.
It's not. It was.
Dude, you imagine taking
Is it like through the fleshy part?
Oh.
Yeah, it went right. It pierced his weenus.
Is the weenus? I was gonna say weenus, but I was unsure if everyone knew the terminology.
Yeah.
So-
We've all been to high
I do.
school.
I don't know.
You just barely though, babe.
I don't know.
I
Does that
had
count?
3 good years there.
Really? That's the only public school.
Look, no one had good years.
Oh, speak for yourself.
Austin had a high school of 10 people, so
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yes, POTUS is standing up for you.
Hey,
Hard to be
both of us
valedictorian in a
graduated.
class
Shut
of
up.
10.
Yeah.
We both graduated.
it
What
is.
happens? What happens next?
Darius, your eyes grow big as coming from near the tree where you see this one orc get hit in the elbow, and from behind him you see the largest orc that you have ever seen, barreling towards your group.
Let's do this.
It looks like he could be to you in this next. After this next
He's
round.
coming at me.
Bree, you are the closest one. Well, no. Technically, you are the closest one to him.
Okay.
But you, I just know, would have noticed that guy that got hit because he was throwing stuff at you. But Bree is the closest one to him, and Bree, you are up.
Fan-freaking-tastic.
But you don't see this guy.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. You do have another guy closer to you, though.
But you do see the big guy.
You see the big guy.
Okay. I see the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
That I can't do much, guys.
Only magic and.
Yeah, that's true. I miss Ari. I am going to cast.
You
Hold
could
on.
you
I like
could
this
use your
dude.
rapier to attack him.
Wow.
No, she's not
I
close
still
enough.
could go with that idea. Just
Wow.
kidding.
How close is the guy that's close to me? He's not like engaged with me, right?
He
She has
is
to think
close
about
enough
that one.
for you to move to
I did.
and attack.
A cloud of daggers.
Nathan Sons just put, hey guys.
Cloud of daggers.
I wanted
Right in front, or like 1 foot into the big orc. So he's still got 4 more feet of daggers to run through.
Into the bork.
What is the size of the cloud of daggers?
Oh, I was
A
trying to
5-foot cube.
So who?
Okay, and so that is
Oh,
in
I was like,
front
I was
of-
like, show me something.
the big orc.
Here, check this out.
Yes.
Okay, and does he have to roll a save or is it just damage?
It just happens.
Okay, so he takes how much damage now? Because your turn.
4d4.
Well then, please.
Wait,
He
excuse
takes-
me?
he takes-
What just happened?
He takes 44 points of damage.
What did you just do?
Cloud of daggers.
Cloud of daggers.
Could I borrow a d4?
Oh, dang.
Mm-hmm.
I had blacksmith craft.
Guys, it really hurts to roll a bunch of d4s.
Especially, I will
If you
say
use
metal
the
ones.
Infinity D4s.
Yeah, those are
That's
Okay, so that's 7 points of damage.
from 44.
Yes.
Okay,
And he will take it again when he starts his turn.
or
In
will
it,
he?
if he starts his turn in it.
What will he?
If he can move before his turn, I'll be quite impressed.
As will I.
You don't know what's gonna save him.
It's true. You don't.
You all of a sudden hear a roar of a dragon.
Somebody say.
Whoa, this just got real.
Hubert!
Oh yeah,
Hubert,
this
right
whole
in the-
time, Hubert's on your head.
Cool.
Crestland, it's your turn.
Speaking of Hubert.
Yeah. Well, there's this large nude orc who appears to be in charge.
You said new N-E-W, right?
Yeah.
It sure sounded like you said
There's a large nude. There's a large nude
He's
orc.
not nude. You see a glint of metal.
I'm gonna go ahead and utilize
I heard nude.
natural 20 here
Okay.
as I shoot a ray of sickness at him.
How far does that ray shoot?
60 feet. Or I'll move up 25 feet and
Yeah,
fire
move
it.
up 25 and then fire. Great.
Either way.
I'll allow it.
Either way, I'm gonna do it.
So
He's
you're
gonna get a
hit him.
con save.
Wait, you can't. Then don't nat 20 that.
Well, just
You have to nat 20 to hit, right?
No, he's going to get a con save in addition.
Oh, okay.
He's going to take. Well, I'm going to cast it as a second level, so he's going to take a 2d8 poison damage, but crit.
Gotcha. Which
all of these.
means
Okay, I see what.
16 plus
Oh.
because
Wait, can you? Because he's not rolling for an attack roll.
No, it is. It's an.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
he
Oh,
nat
okay,
20
gotcha.
Yeah.
I see. I see.
attack.
But
So base dice.
Base dice
16,
plus. Okay,
uh,
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
if he fails the save throw, there's an additional effect.
Because of the
additional
poison.
Yes.
Okay, I'm following
Yes.
you now.
So now roll 2d8.
I'm gonna roll 2d8, and maxed one of them, halved one of them, so 12, so 24.
Okay.
24 poison damage, and he gets a con 15 save. If he saves, he is not poisoned, but if he does fail, he's poisoned until the end of my next turn.
Con 15.
Yeah.
He does not save.
He is poisoned.
Booyah! Dude,
What does that
sick.
do to him?
I don't know, but I'm going to look it
It
up.
was sick.
I think it's
it was sick. It
disadvantage
was
on
raised
all
sick.
attack
I got
rolls
Thanks.
and saving throws, I believe.
Okay.
And maybe advantage for us hitting him. I'm not sure about that one.
Poisoned is,
Poison.
disadvantage on all attack and ability.
Ooh.
Not saving throws though. Okay. It's just attacks and abilities.
Jared, I really wish you'd given me that 20.
Well, I mean, that was the one POTUS gave me.
I know, but I just want one.
They still have theirs.
Yeah, I haven't used.
You're gonna hear a twang twang twang.
Twang, twang,
Trolley.
twang.
Twang, twang, twang.
When the
trolley. Dang. Guys, that was my
But you don't hear any
junior year show.
orcs cry out.
Okay.
Tommy was my junior.
Ah.
Nice.
But you did hear that twanging.
Bam,
And it is now.
Down, 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 doom, 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 doom.
You're gonna hear one more command,
Go.
and then it's Darius's turn.
Okay. Do I see any orcs? So there's the one who threw a javelin at me, who's 30 feet from me, right?
There's no popcorn
Mhm.
pink.
And then the big one is by him.
So the comments are really.
The big one is behind him.
How far behind him?
At this point, probably 30 feet.
Okay.
Or 20, 25 feet. Maybe.
Okay, so I'm gonna run 25 feet away
Backward.
from the one who just chucked the javelin at me.
Okay.
And as I'm running away, he's still hexed. I'll just blast him.
Okay.
Do it.
That's what.
And
You know,
that's
you
a
have
21.
You do have a natural 20.
well,
You
and
hit.
you have a dice roller there that you don't have to roll on the wood.
Oh, sorry.
No, you-
I'm just saying.
It's so far away.
It's literally right.
I was so
20.
You hit.
Okay. We'll roll some damage. We'll give
Also, thank you for the comments. I am immensely enjoying reading through them.
8
Push the
damage.
Fisherman and Real POTUS.
8
Thank you.
damage.
Okay.
You're amazing.
You see him drop as well.
Sweet.
He gets hit with this Eldritch Blast. He's thrown backwards. And now, Petra, you have another orc that has moved up into your area nearby. This
How many
is-
orcs are within 30 feet of me?
Well, don't let the sound of that.
Two?
Okay. If I move, can I get more?
No.
Just okay. Okay. So I've
I
got the
won't let you
leader
do that.
and one more.
No, I don't think you can.
You got the one closest to you and one more, you mean? The leader is not the closest one to you.
Well, okay.
You are on the right
the one
side of the
closest to me,
battlefield.
and
The leader is on
the.
Is on the other side of the battlefield.
Okay.
You honestly probably would not have even noticed the leader.
Okay, so I don't even know he's there.
No.
Okay.
You
then never
have
mind.
2 orcs currently charging you.
Okay.
One is much closer than the other.
Okay. How close are both of them?
7.
So there's. Remember
There's the
when I
one- there's
said
the
there
one-
are-
there's the one-
Remember
okay.
when I said there are 2 within 30 feet of you?
Okay. But are they far away from each other, or are they close to each other?
They are far. There's one really close.
There's
to you,
one. There's the one that's.
and then there's
yeah.
the other guy that's like 20. Like there's one within 5 feet of
Okay.
you, and then there's the other one that's like 25
Okay.
feet behind him.
Copy that.
Total of 30.
Gotcha.
Mathematics.
He's getting snarky.
You guys keep killing my stuff, and I don't get any nat 20s.
This is how DM.
Oh, and I just realized that I had advantage that I could have imposed on my poisoning.
Oh.
Oh man.
Can you really
What do you
it?
wanna do,
Can you
Austin?
crit?
Oh.
Not really.
I am going to.
But I could have still saved from the poisoning effect.
Oh.
I could not have
Yeah, that's
moved
true.
myself,
That's true.
but I could have saved myself from the poisoning effect.
Okay, he's.
I mean, if you want.
Yeah.
Follow
I just
your
don't think it's
heart.
fair. I'm gonna swing the
got
guy
all the
that's
guys.
that's closest to me. We've been kind of duking it out in melee, so.
No, not this guy. This guy's a new guy.
Oh, he's a new guy?
Remember the arrow popped into that
Oh,
dude's
that's right,
skull?
that's right.
Yeah.
Because yeah. So the new guy, sorry, I
New
forgot
guy.
about that. He is
New
how
guy.
far away from me?
He's charging you 5 feet.
Okay, so he's
You
right
can
there.
move up and hit him. Yeah.
Okay.
Hit him, just hit him.
Do it. Go.
Action. Then, actually, I'm going to sheathe my weapon. I'm going to put a cone of fire. So as I sheathe, I'm going to conjure and put a cone of fire from my hands. And
Okay.
he gets to make a saving throw. I believe it's probably Dex. See if it'll tell me.
He's looking at a 17 saving throw.
What do you mean?
I just rolled.
Oh, you
and
just
I
rolled?
have
Okay.
a 17 total.
Okay, well, he will save then, and so he will take half.
Okay.
Let me roll.
If
my-
it's dexterity. It was a
I will-
17
I'll
dex.
check for you.
Let's just assume.
I'll check.
They're
for you.
usually-
It's gotta be
they're
dex.
I'm
usually
90%
dex,
sure it's
Yeah.
a dex. So I'm gonna roll my d6s,
Roll a dex.
and it is 11.
Cut in half is
Cut in half is 5.
Okay.
Oh, it's 2 ones.
It sure is a dex
How-
saving throw.
How far does the cone go?
15 foot.
15 feet.
Okay.
So it won't hit the back guy. It'll just envelop the front guy.
Gotcha. Okay.
So after seeing his love struck down a second time, he then just decides to envelop the second man in flames.
Yep.
That's creating.
You do not hear any twangs this round.
Hubert's
Okay.
just chilling, Sergeant.
Ding ding. ding.
Hubert literally can't attack.
But that guy you just set on fire, because of that, he swings with his great axe wildly. But that other one was within range. He's going to use his movement to move up to you, and he's also going to swing. So you're going to have 2 guys
Swing.
Okay.
coming at you.
From the tank.
I'm going to, if the second one is swinging at me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put up. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna warding flare.
Do it. 1 time.
Is that how often do you get to do that?
4 times.
He's got a high wisdom modifier.
You just did the reading rainbow. Smash.
Well,
So I still have 1 more. I know
I
you're
do
counting.
like the idea of the camera randomly cutting to Hubert.
what is what is your AC?
17.
Got a 16
Yeah,
with
inspiration.
disadvantage. No, see, I rolled an 11 and then I rolled a 16. So even with the even if I used it, so I had a 16 total. Because the first number I rolled wasn't going to be enough. Because it would have evened out. Like you were making me roll at disadvantage,
Yeah, so you just take the first
so it would be the first roll,
roll.
which was an 11. Super close. So he's gonna just miss again, barely.
So I'm gonna blast with flame and then be like, haha! Now it's bright light.
And once again, these orcs are like,
So much light!
too much
You're
light.
like a fire clieric.
I'm a
Yeah.
light cleric.
I mean, that's fire.
Well, fire, light, they're kind of,
No.
Light a fire.
Thank
Come on,
you!
baby, light my fire. Okay.
Has to be lower.
Okay.
Lower.
So
Okay.
those 2 orcs are right by you.
Yes.
Next up is the leader. Roll the 3d4.
Noise.
That's 6 right there.
Coda says, remember the singing rules.
Wait, what?
I rolled 6 just there. It was a 4 and a 2.
Oh, on 2 dice. Okay.
Yes. And then
You don't.
She rolls a total
9.
of 4d4.
Oh, 4. I thought 3.
Total of 9?
total of 9.
Total of 9.
Kill him.
So you see him run through the cloud of daggers, and as he does, he takes a large amount of damage, right?
Yeah.
You see that he is shredded, and he starts falling down to 1 knee.
He's about to propose.
I love your daggers.
You did.
Every word that she says
9
is
points
a
of damage.
dagger in me. Yes.
He starts to fall, and then roars. And you don't understand how this guy has just gotten through this and survive this?
I'd probably break my concentration. I'm gonna call a cloud of daggers off. And I bet it.
Cool. He is still going to run up to you. So this guy's got just one of those really cool features
Does he
called
know?
Relentless.
He knows it was me.
You're the closest thing to
I would
him.
say you are the
Okay.
closest.
Okay.
Um,
Oh.
so he gets to do a thing where if he takes damage that reduces him to 0 hit points, he can make a Constitution saving throw with a DC 5 plus the damage given. So that was a 14.
Yeah.
My first roll was a 4, but I had some DM inspiration. So he rolled again, and he made that save.
Okay.
Oh, so he's barely hanging on.
This is what we
He's
call
barely hanging on,
the Walking Dead.
but he's coming up to Bree.
Yes.
And he is going to swing with his great axe twice.
Oof.
15 and 17 on the die.
Yep.
Both or
Yep.
just one?
Both.
Ooh.
Both.
Good thing we got a cleric.
So he's going to roll that d12 twice.
Here it comes. That 2 and that 4.
I could do it.
That 2 and that 6.
All right.
Plus
Well, what?
the
3?
plus.
times 2. So 6 plus 6 plus 2 is 14 points of damage.
Damn.
No.
I'm still around, but like, ouch.
Yep. And I'll save you. He
like
at
to see
that is his turn. That is his turn. It is your turn though now, Bree, and he has run straight up to you.
Can I eat a good berry as a bonus action?
I feel like that would be an action.
No, that would be
Oh,
a
that's
move
also
action and
Okay.
move action. That would be your move action, and you would have it. That would use your interact with object. That would be really tough to sell me on not using your full action, but
I have my rapier in my hand and I use my d20.
you roll your d20.
No, I have my nat 20.
Oh, you want to use your nat 20?
Oh, well, that makes so much.
Nat 20!
All right,
Nat
you can
20.
do that. Roll the hit, I guess. I mean, roll the damage. You have your rapier, which is 8.
It's an 8.
Yes.
Hit. Yeah, just keep going though.
14 points of damage.
You take blow after blow from this great axe. You're a halfling, and this is an orc's great axe. He is, he has wrecked you.
Hurt.
And you look up with this steel in your eyes. And do you want to say anything as you stab him?
I'd probably just yell.
Let's hear it.
As you do, you drive straight up, straight into his heart, and this large, looming orc just looks down at you like, how? As he slumps. Make a dex save. His momentum was taking him towards you, and you stabbed him in the heart.
Yeah, I'm good. It's a 14 on the dice, and I have +3.
All right, he starts to fall forward, and you pull your sword out and sidestep out of the way as this.
I just thought about it now, but both of those attack swings from that orc should have been a disadvantage. Doesn't matter because
Too bad you thought about it like he
Doesn't
was
matter
poisoned.
how
Why
it
would it
worked
have been?
because I poisoned.
Oh, because it's poison.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, good.
Yeah, glad we forgot about that. So now he has dropped Kreslin. It is your turn.
There's still the one that's engaged with
Yeah,
2.
There's still the 2 on him, right?
The 2
There's
on
the
me.
only 2.
2 are on him right now.
One of
Remember,
them has
you heard
taken
reports
damage.
of about a dozen.
Yeah.
Okay, I will
I don't know how many we got.
toll the dead on one.
The one that's been burned.
Great.
Wisdom 15 save.
Wisdom 15 saves.
Yeah.
Nope, doesn't make it.
Uh,
Rolled a 13. Thought he might have something, but
Takes
it's
a whole 3 damage.
Ooh, I mean, you still got him. You still hurt him.
And then
he's
I
still up,
will move towards the road. A little
Okay.
bit.
Yeah. These guys are kind of crossing the road. They were actually. You see a number of orcs coming from the other side of the road.
Yeah, I just don't want to be surprised in the woods.
Yep.
More
Yeah.
so than anything else.
So you are on the road, and now it is.
Did that one die?
No.
No.
I hit him very weakly. Like a weak guy.
All right. You hear some twanging.
We've been doing.
I mean, if you hit him weakly, do it like a month, then.
And he's dead.
All right. You hear some twanging, and. Un moment, s'il vous plaît.
D'accord.
Words?
Je suis le beefsteak.
Wow.
All right. You hear some
I'm the
twanging.
only one
You
on
hear
this
some
half
more.
of the room that doesn't speak French.
You hear some more orcish cries, and then you hear a voice yell, "Charge!" And you notice from the other side of the camp, it looks like there's a large movement as what looks to be the leader runs out, sword in hand, towards whatever orcs are on the other side of this camp. He sees that he's got enforcements on this side. He's going to take the fight to the orcs.
Okay, so we're on this side. He's taking.
You are on the
other
east.
side.
You are on kind of like the southwest
The south. Okay.
side. He's
Southwest.
taking the northeast.
The northeast.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
And it is now Darius's turn. Darius, over near Kreslin and Petra are 3 orcs that you can see. 2 that you had attacked and 1 that's like in the distance still.
Copy.
Moving on.
You said 3 orcs?
3 orcs. 1 which is engaged with him. Well, 2 that are engaged with him, rather.
Has
Well,
and
it's-
one's been hurt and one hasn't.
Oh yeah, because
Yes.
they ran up.
Yep.
After the
I will
Just-
I will move my hex as my bonus action
Okay.
to the one that's engaged with him that has
Okay.
not been hurt,
Got it.
and I will use my natural 20.
Nice.
What is the dice damage base?
So it's hex damage is a d6, and
Okay.
my Eldritch Blast, which is a d10. So that's 16 plus my rolls. Is that how you do it?
Yeah, roll it out for me really quick. Just roll.
That's 6 for 13, just with my dice and my modifier.
So you move this hex over to right next to Petra, this orc that is standing
You
there
said
ready
that's
to
just a
bring down
13 if it wasn't a crit.
Okay.
a great axe, and then with such like you're feeling more and more focused as the battle goes on. Blast this orc in the chest. It picks him. It tosses him backwards a good 5 feet as this blast just goes right next to you, and now you are just left engaged with 1. You do have another running up, but there is one right in your face.
Okay. How far is the one running up?
He's still 25 feet away,
Okay.
and a little bit on an angle.
Okay. Then I'm going to attack with my hammer, the guy that's closest to me.
Great.
That would be a 15.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Do it.
There you are. Nice. That'll be 13 damage. Or excuse me, 12.
Okay. You take your hammer and just on this wild upswing, knock him right underneath the chin. You see his tusks that kind of are sticking out from his lower lip. You slam into his upper jaw. You hear a crack from the neck as he slumps. We'll just say backwards since you hit him on the chin.
I was gonna
You
say
don't- you don't have to.
his momentum's going backwards.
But
Gross.
now, let's see. Now we're gonna try something. Okay. You're gonna hear another. You're not gonna hear a bowstring, but you are gonna hear a nice little. Actually.
Speaking actor over there?
Yep, I am,
I'm Crescent too.
and he is. We all
We
are.
are.
Yes.
Je ne parle pas.
Je ne parle Nork?
Yep, you hear this
We.
this as as the fight continues on the other side of the caravan. And now it is Bree's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach into my pack and pull out the Savior's Cup
Okay.
and my water.
Mm-hmm.
Pour some in. Chug a lug. I'm
Okay.
taking all 10 points of healing.
Great. I did forget. So Austin, you have one orc that is going to attack you right now. Do you want to impose the disadvantage?
No.
Okay. Then he is going to hit.
Okay.
He's gonna have that great axe out. But only 7 damage. Wait. Yep, 7 damage.
Okay.
How are you looking over there?
Not great.
Okay.
I'm starting to bend the knee, bro.
And Kreslin, it is your turn.
I'm gonna, because I went down to the road.
Mm-hmm.
Do I still have line of sight on his fight?
Yes.
Okay. I will reach in my belt, pull the dagger from its sheath,
Mm-hmm.
get a little hand toss, and whip it back at the orc
Okay.
that's now fighting him.
Great.
Because I'm on a knee right now.
It is a 19 to hit.
That will hit. Roll that dice. That damage dice.
Womp womp, 5 damage.
I mean, that's 5 more than it had before. So you throw.
Bring me back my dagger!
But you know what you do? You hit him right in the knee.
Yeah!
Here's the thing: is y'all are a bunch of halflings and dwarves. That's what you can hit. Like that's what we're realizing is that's just what you hit. So you hit him right in the knee and he drops. He's like, "Ah!" Drops down in front of you.
Maybe I have more than one dagger. Did I do that?
Maybe.
I did not.
It is now. We're gonna hear some more. Hopefully. Nope. You're not gonna hear.
Any bowstrings.
You're not gonna hear anything. Wait. Hold up. Sorry.
I've got some weird stuff.
Nope. You're not gonna hear any other attacks from over there.
Yeah, you're weird.
But. Actually, really quick.
Oh wait, there's a bonus?
Yeah, I gotta roll some damage. There's many it's just one of those many layered fights, you know, guys.
There's a lot going on.
I was gonna say, there's a lot going on over there.
All that twanging.
Is it cows?
Mm-hmm. It's not cows. It's not cows.
Is it my oxen?
It is not.
It's the donkey.
It's a donkey.
But it is Darius' turn.
Alright, what am I looking at?
You are looking at. He is engaged with an orc, and there is another one running up.
How hurt is the one he's engaged with?
The one he is engaged with looks like all he's taken is a dagger to the knee.
Okay.
But he has been hurt.
I will move the hex to the one he is currently engaged with.
Okay.
And I will Eldritch Blast him.
Real Potter said traveling merchants could not understand the scene before them. How was a group of orcs massacred from the waist down?
There are arteries in the leg.
It's true.
That's not gonna hit. That's a 7.
7 to hit. Yeah, you missed that guy.
We're just standing on a mound of orcs when they come around.
They're all looking at like the 6-foot level. Who saved us? In a minute, children. Wait a second. Children, what are you doing out here? All right, Petra, you've got this guy right in front of you.
Do it. Hit him. Hit him in the face.
And I will say, there's another one charging up. If you shifted your fighting stance, you might be able to line them up. But I don't know what range your stuff is.
I can't. I don't think I can afford it.
You should throw my dagger back instead. Take it.
I'm going to sheathe my hammer
Okay.
and kind of like, even though this guy is like on his knee and eye level, I'm gonna, cause I'm weak,
Okay.
I've been injured, I go down to one knee and kind of lay a hand on myself.
Okay.
And this aura, like golden aura, is gonna start to surround me. And I now have +2 AC.
Okay.
And while my hand is there, it's gonna glow gold, and then it's gonna have a little blue tone as I try to heal myself.
Okay.
Shield of Faith is a bonus action,
Okay.
and is concentration for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I have +2 AC for 10 minutes, as
Okay.
long as, you know,
Right.
damage
Did you
stuff.
use the spell though?
Yes.
You can't use 2 spells in the same turn unless one's a cantrip.
Who says?
The rules.
The rules.
Dang it, I missed that rule.
Unfortunately. Figured I'd tell you before you do that.
Because one's a bonus action and one's an action, so
There's
why
still
can
spells.
why
It's
not?
only if the action is a cantrip that you can use 2 spells.
What?
Hey, Austin, I'm with you.
Sorry.
That don't make sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, you're the
Takes
GM,
too
you just
long.
overrule.
I'll say it's your rule, GM.
I mean, I was it.
DM, GM. It's your rule.
Sorry, we play
Worlds.
Pathfinder. I'm used to playing GM because Wizards
Right.
actually owns the term Dungeon Master.
Interesting.
Wait, seriously? I did not know that.
I'm sorry. Should I even be saying it?
Well, you're playing.
We're playing
Play
their
the game.
game.
Oh,
You
okay.
gotta give them a nickel every time.
Don't say the name of this game.
Pay the bridge troll.
Dungeons and
Durgeon Merster.
Durger murder.
Meister de Dungeon.
Monsieur de Donjon.
Mm-hmm.
I literally have never seen that rule.
Yes,
Yeah,
sorry.
I've never.
Where is it?
I mean, but I don't play a lot
I
of
can show you after the
casters.
game.
Okay, no, that's cool. That's cool.
I'm making it up now. So someone's gonna
We haven't seen a player
Nathan's
die
paying me
yet.
money to impose rules upon their own
Hey,
team.
shut up. So you can pick one.
Right. Oh, jeez. Do it. Okay, I will
Is
cast Shield.
Is Shield of Faith a reaction spell?
It's a bonus action.
It's not your you can use a channel divinity in a spell. You just can't use 2 spells.
Right. I will stick with Shield of Faith to give myself +2 AC.
Okay.
So, instead of, and then take the hammer and just swing at the dude in front of me.
All right. Great.
donk.
Do it then.
Let's hope it's worth it.
Do it, do it.
I don't think it was. 11. All right. The cleric's about to go down, boys.
That sucks because he's also our tank.
He's also the person taller than 3 feet.
True, I'm a short one, I think. If I remember. Yeah, 2'5".
You hear some bows twang.
Twang, 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 twang.
I'm at least 4 feet.
I'm 3. Actually, I'm 3'3".
I don't have that page.
I'm 4'3".
What was that, babe?
What?
Not prepared? You not prepared for my game?
No,
I'm not prepared for my height.
she's 8 feet tall.
For your height?
8-foot tall halfling.
I will say
It's a tall
a arrow does come in and hit the orc that you are fighting.
That I swung at while I was like, ugh.
It's still standing,
It is still standing.
but it has been hit, and another arrow comes in and hits the orc that is coming
Just
up behind it.
Copy that.
With that though, I gotta go through some roly-dolies.
Roddly doodly, roddly.
All right, and in fact, I will give you that. Okay. The fight continues on the other side of the clearing. Austin,
I'm
As-
listening.
as this one orc is looking you in the face,
Mm-hmm.
it goes to swing its axe.
Okay.
And it rolled a natural 1. Right after its friend had run up from behind it.
Oh.
And then the damage it rolled was its friend's hit points.
Oh God.
So he's been dropped to this knee. He goes to pick up his axe and swing it, not knowing the battlefield.
Oh God.
And he's just like, Tim.
Oh, there's an orc named Tim.
And Tim looks at him. He's like, "It's cool, bro. It's all right. I'll see you on the other side, mate. Sorry about your And this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I just see a confused look, like, what happened to my cat?
The most unbelievable part there was that orcs have friends.
And cats.
Well, one had a cat. Bree, it's your turn.
For dinner?
From where you are, you know the battle on the other side of the clearing and the battle where Petra is are almost equidistant. Petra is closer though.
Okay. I am going to run up behind Petra,
Okay.
put a hand on his shoulder, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. Can
Yeah, I'll say you can get there.
I? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So 1d8. Okay. So you get 6 plus 5, 11 points of healing.
And then Kreslin, you are up.
11 points?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Sorry, I
I
was reading.
never got my dagger back. Someone didn't listen.
I'm dying.
Says the man who ran away from the fight.
That was
I run away from the fight.
He
He ran to
Running
the
away.
road. You're all cowards.
And I'm still in the fight like this. I kill that guy.
It's called tactical combat.
I kill that guy with Toll the Dead.
All right.
Killed.
I got a roll, right?
Yeah, wisdom 15.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Yeah,
Do that damage.
I'm gonna roll a dice, and it's gonna be 11 damage.
Oh, gosh.
I'm real good with the necromancy spell.
Okay.
Just don't ask your dad.
I'd be getting
You
a lot
feel
of
this
points back,
surge
but I
of
didn't
health.
lose any yet.
as this orc who just killed his friend hears a bell and is like, oh no.
So I'm like standing up while he's starting to fall down.
And he just feels like so bad. It's almost like
Like he just killed
it's
his
almost,
friend.
he was like, I'm a horrible person.
We're all laughing at this. We're terrible.
Disturbing.
You guys are the ones killing these innocent orcs.
Yeah, as an orphan cat now.
Yeah, this guy doesn't. Let's see
Well,
if the cat's
technically
still
the
around.
cat may. We don't know what he was apologizing about with the cat.
It's true.
Also, I just play the bell now.
Yeah, you could be a. Are you the bard? You're playing the most music here, buddy.
Aye.
But only in their brains. No one else can hear it.
Okay. Wow.
It's a very
This
personal
leader is
concert.
not hitting. This human leader can't roll for beans.
He should be a halfling.
Darius. Yeah.
Do it.
Well, now hold up.
Cue Benny Hill. music.
So now the only sounds of battle are from the other side of the clearing.
Mm-hmm.
There are no villains in your immediate vicinity. So I'm gonna really quick roll for some guard. They just.
Sucking it.
Can I use
Yeah.
my turn to tell my sprite
Uh-huh.
to fly with his 40-foot speed
Mm-hmm.
to into that battle?
Oh, and
then just
attack?
take a little pot shot
Yeah,
at one
yeah,
of
go
the
for it,
orcs?
go for it.
Perfect. That's a
Do you
natural
get
one.
to re-roll as a halfling? Or?
I don't know.
You do get to. Well,
He's the one shooting though.
He's not attacking.
yeah.
It's up to you.
Human leader's dead now.
With the 1 damage.
What about his cat?
Roll. I'm just gonna say that there's a guard who just took a nettle to the neck.
Oh, well then he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Here's what I wasn't gonna make him. He didn't make it.
Wait, what did he get?
He got a 5 on the dice.
Oh, please say that's modded.
+1?
Okay, so then he's just poisoned.
Okay.
If he gets a 5 or lower, then he goes unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Poison for a minute.
Great. Did I do all that? I think yes. There is one. Hold up. The battle rages. The battle rages. There's a lot of fighting, and I'm just gonna say that eventually you start running towards the clearing.
I get my dagger first.
You get your dagger,
I'm gonna
and you hear the final sounds of battle.
heal myself. Oh wait,
Go
so
for
we,
it. I mean, yeah, I'm taking us out of combat.
Oh, okay.
The human leader and his guards had
Have
2
overwhelmed
orcs
the-
left and
Okay.
overwhelmed them
gotcha.
to the point of
Okay.
defeating them.
I'm gonna wait for a second.
I will say, for any healers in the group, there are 3 guards. 1 who is currently unconscious. 2 who have been hit. If anyone,
I was gonna call everybody who's been hurt. Gather around. Come here.
how are we supposed to get Thomas?
Go to gather around Thomas.
Oh, right. Gather around Thomas then. We'll go over there. Thank you very much. I appreciate
I'm
it.
just saying he can't move. He seems to be unconscious.
So we're gonna go over.
You wanted us to walk to you. It just seemed a little inconvenient.
No, I appreciate that.
Well, why are we talking about this? Can we just go to Thomas?
I'm already at Thomas. Can you guys wanna go?
That's Barley.
Oh,
This is Thomas.
oh, thank you. So I'm gonna go to Thomas.
He was gonna respond, but he's unconscious.
And
I also joined this party.
around Thomas. I start to say a prayer, and my pendant starts to glow. As I cast a prayer of healing. Now it takes 10 minutes.
You got time. Yeah, that'll be fine.
It's 30 feet, and 6 creatures heal for 2d8 plus my. It'd be 2d8 plus 6.
Great. So 3 of them are those guys. Bree will take some of that. You take some of
And
that
I
as
will
well.
take some of that.
Do either of you need healing?
Negative.
So roll that.
That's a 10. I need an 8.
Do it.
God, really?
That was bad.
Yeah.
Wait, can I do anything? Bardic Inspiration. It's not. Wait, it's an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. Nope.
You
Sorry.
Nope.
already give it to him.
Well,
Yeah.
at least I have my spell ability modifier.
I could kill them and take their hit.
What's the total? Give us
9.
a total. 9. Okay,
9.
that's not. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, and 2/3 of that is my ability modifier.
that is an awful roll.
Oh yes, it was a 2 and a 1.
So you bring these guys back around a little bit, especially Thomas, who is now sitting up again.
Especially Thomas.
Especially Thomas.
I give Thomas the good berries from that I'd been given because I'm at full health.
Okay. He eats it. He doesn't necessarily heal, but he likes the taste of them.
I give him a high five.
They were a little old, of course.
Oh, sorry, Thomas.
No, it's fine. He's happy to have a berry. It's
He likes-
definitely
he likes the berry.
energizing and strengthening. With
I
that,
thought you gave Thomas the berry for the injured people.
Lindsay Sarton would like to loot the bodies.
no. You cannot.
Nope.
They're orcs.
Cool.
You guys can.
I would like to loot the bodies.
No.
I mean, there are a number of great axes and javelins.
Can't use any
In
of
terms
that.
of coin, it looks like they were raiding this group so that they could get that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I will say, from the group of orcs, in total, you find 30 silver pieces from amongst them. Other than that,
Looking for
Orcs
weapons.
flies over.
How many, like javelin wise? How many javelins might I find?
you can find upwards of 10. I mean, this was a group of 12 orcs, and
Okay.
through the course of battle, different things happened, but you find 10 that have not been used yet.
Okay.
The leader of this group walks over, introduces himself, and says, "You all got here right in time. We've been here for a while. I'm David.
Just meet you, David.
Nice to meet you as well. We've been stuck out here for a little bit. They didn't attack right away. They waited a little too long. I don't know if they were waiting for reinforcements or what, but
Well, then maybe we better get back into town. Is this the shipment coming in of goods for treasure and
Postman.
glory? Fortune and
Fortune and
glory?
Glory has at least one cart with us. Yeah,
Well, let's
this
get
is-
you back.
Yeah. Everyone kind of loads up. Before you leave, these guards pull the orc bodies into the clearing.
Mm-hmm.
and essentially form a pyre and just start burning the bodies so that so as to send a message, but also
To get rid of the
to
bodies.
get rid of them. And
Yeah.
they throw the weapons in there as well that weren't collected because these are orcish weapons. They're still crude. They're powerful, but they are crude and better to have them out of people's hands. So you all load up onto the caravan and you get to the edge of the woods where you find your donkey.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can
Still there.
unhitch. Darius will lead it back. And you all get to town without incident. The carts go through the streets off one way or another. David actually offers to return your cart to the livery as he will be taking some animals there as
As
well.
we're going through, I'm just gonna kind of walk to the shields or the glory cart
Mm-hmm.
and just see if there's any magical stuff in there because I have detect magic on.
Yeah, you would notice a dagger that is magical. You would notice a ring and maybe also a couple objects, maybe a hat or something in there.
They're magical.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so you've noticed that as the traveling has happened. But then you get into town. You all wind back up at the Lord Warden's holdings to inform him and discuss what has happened. David winds up there with you. The Lord Warden, after some discussion, says, "Well, thank you very much. Once again, we are in your debt. I hear that there are orcs, but you all have taken care of them."
It was quite a fight, but we made do.
So I heard. Over a dozen, it seems, and
You seem pretty desperate about something.
they did.
As a dozen orcs attacking a caravan, they were pretty eager.
Yes, well, as I said, we have not had them around in quite some time, but nowadays, who knows? After all, ever since that shadow plague, I feel like this town, maybe for all we know, this whole island has begun to take an unfortunate dark turn.
Oh, the clerics of the light will be here to protect you.
And we thank you. I'm sure we'll call upon you again soon, and quite possibly you all as well.
A shot to the knee can be more deadly than it appears.
So we see. Yes, David did mention his surprise at such a unfortunate group of not unfortunate, unexpected group of heroes. Very fortunate to have had you.
Fortune and glory.
Speaking of which, yes, I do believe there is some treasure to be had.
A puppy? Is it a
A
puppy?
puppy. It is not.
For
the
those of
subs
you
are-
who noticed the camera shift, it was because there was a puppy.
Oh, did the camera move itself?
Yeah, but
Just
just
a
a
little.
little bit.
You're good. Still in track.
They're good.
Yes, there we go. Yes, well, I do hope that this will suffice. Members of town and, Mr. Fuccini himself have added to this. And he mentioned that there's also, of course, if you wish to visit him, he would be happy to aid you in any way that he can. I'm not saying that is a total freebie, as it were, but I'm sure he would be happy to apply some discounts.
Yes, well, that's a good coupon.
Exactly. And actually, as you say that, he pulls out. He's like, "Oh,
It's a French
yes."
word. It's a French word.
He pulls out a small booklet, and it just says "Fortune and Glory," and inside is 10% off coupons.
One item not to be combined with a second coupon.
Expires.
All of this written in the finest calligraphy. So if someone wants to write down a booklet of 10% off coupons at Fortune and Glory, you were also handed a lockbox, which contains inside it a good bit of treasure. Actually, very very kind of them. 2,000 copper
Wait a
pieces.
minute.
Oh yeah, I'll let you get out that piece of paper. 2,000 copper, 400 silver, 40 gold. There is a carved wooden staff. There's a small vial of perfume in there. A pewter armlet. There is, actually, it looks like, Bree, you remember visiting the local music shop? There is a what is called a DOS lute in there. DOSS is in there. And there's also a necklace in there, which has a very interesting stone to it. But other than that, that is the treasure, and you are all dismissed. The warden says, again, thank you. It is now, of course, far too late to discuss everything that we really should be discussing. But I do hope to discuss those events soon. Perhaps we can convene tomorrow or the next day.
Perhaps. Could Copernicus join us? Have you seen him?
Right now? At the meeting tomorrow, you mean? I'm sure if I can find him.
If you do. Be
Yes.
nice to get his opinion on some of the strange goings on.
Mm-hmm. Are you all planning on heading back to the inn?
Is any of the stuff in the box magical?
If you cast Detect Magic
I
for
already
that,
have it up.
well then,
It's
you notice
always up.
you notice that the necklace is magical, transmutation magic,
Okay.
and you can roll me an Arcana check, or
It's pretty good. 19 on the die.
There you go.
you recognize this as a necklace of adaptation. While wearing the necklace, you know that you could breathe normally in any environment, and you have advantage on saving throws made against harmful gases and vapors while wearing that necklace. Mm-hmm.
I think that necklace might be magical. I would like it if you don't mind. I'll take less of the money if I could take the amulet.
Fine by me.
I don't care.
With that, you are taken back to the inn. They're gonna go to the inn, okay? I'm assuming it's getting towards evening.
I want to stop by the pillow store.
On your way, you see a shop called, I don't know.
Pillow talk.
Down in the
No,
mouth.
Pillow Talk is a little different. Let me just see, because there might actually be something that can work here.
Clothing store, just get a big trench coat.
Just stuff it with feathers.
Just there is a. I mean, you know that if you went to Fucini, he would probably have something for you, or there is just the a local shop that's just kind of a general store.
The inn had to source its pillows somewhere.
Walmart has everything.
Yeah, but you
May
have
not
to
be
go
the
all the way
highest
back towards the
quality,
wall.
but-
So you go. A pillow's gonna run you 5 copper.
I want to replace it.
And so you bring this pillow back in, and Joshua says, "Oh, well, I've heard you were out on a mission for the town again. Just actually got my shipment in of some food and such.
Good.
You are truly helping this town, and we do thank you for it. Oh,
A pillow.
I see you return. Oh,
He's back.
that's all right, as long as you brought it back."
Definitely the same pillow.
Roll deception.
It might be the same pillow. 15.
He's like, "Oh, hey, it must be the light." Well, as you can see, it's still a little slow here. A lot of people doing work around town, but I'll go fetch you some supper. And you all sit down at your tables, and he goes into the kitchen, and you hear the door open again, and it closes, and a couple tables are in the way. You can't necessarily see anything until right next to you stands. Oh, hello. Good to see you again. Copernicus Jinx has walked into the inn.
We've been looking for you all day.
Ah, yes, well, I usually show up when more I expected than anyone else. Here. I hear you were out and about today, and all good, I am sure. But I have not yet had a chance to talk to you about what you went through.
Which day? With the wizard.
Yes, the one that I protected you from, the one that almost destroyed the entire town and possibly the island and world as we know it.
Yes, well, he set some fires. He was doing some strange magic. Do you know much about orbs? World key? Ring a bell?
He looks over at the door and actually, you see him just flick his fingers and you hear that the lock sets on the door and you see a blue hand pushes up against the swinging door that would be going to the kitchen. He listens. We should not talk about that lightly. May I see what you found?
We don't have it with us at the moment.
I reach into my pack.
Roll does what?
Because he gave it to me to read, and
Yeah.
I have been hanging on to it.
Yeah, you do what you do and you roll deception.
So I'm reaching into my pack.
It's a 1, right?
No, it's a 7.
That's a 1. That's your 7.
It was. The 7's what it rolled on, though.
Oh, it was.
I
I was gonna say you could reroll. I think you rolled a 1.
Why would they put
Can
the
we roll
1
it?
and the 7 next to each other? They are. It's dumb.
Not much better.
Yeah, you gotta have some pretty good deception.
Well, if it was a 7 like I think, it would have been an 11.
Alright, it's not gonna be good enough.
Okay.
Because I'm already reaching into pack.
Yep. Oh, you mean this world key?
Holding on to it.
Why are you locking the doors?
Look at it's a portal.
And see.
Well, that's one way of looking at it. This is a world key. Let's just say that this is not something that should be out and about. In fact, last I heard of it, it was locked up in the mountains. The dwarves were guarding it. So to see it here now and to know that it is the source of the trouble means that not only do we have others who have infiltrated the dwarves and stolen it, but that they are already trying to enact some sort of plan.
How do you know so much about this?
Oh dear, I know a lot about many things. Let's just focus on what is at hand. This object needs to be returned. It would be something to tell the warden of, yes, but
Well, I can ensure that it goes back to the dwarves.
yes. Let us sleep on it for now. I do think it might be best. Yes?
Can I? I'm not doing that in game. Can I roll an insight check to see if he wants it for himself?
Yeah, you can.
Try again. Keep trying. You got it.
19.
It seems like he's being very genuine in what he's saying. He says, yes, I do believe you might be the one to hold on to this. After all, it is the dwarves doing and making, and
Puts it back in pack so that no one sees it.
to put the gravity of this situation. I assume you don't know much about the world key itself.
First
know-
time I'm hearing of it.
You know that it is, well, you see that it is made of mithril. It is carved with dwarves runes. What you may not see is the inside, which holds a fey heart.
Like
This
a
is
fairy?
more or less. It depends. The important thing is, it is a dark magic, and one that is not to be taken lightly. So, good cleric, I do think you should hold on to this, and I think that we should make plans to return this before things get even more out of hand.
I agree.
With that, the blue hand goes away, and through the door steps Joshua. Well, all right then. Let's see, four ales, 4 dinners, and as he kind of draws your attention, someone's walking through, you look back towards where Copernicus was standing. And he is gone. Another dwarf walks in through the door, going into
Did he
dark...
go invisible?
Huh?
Through my detect magic, is he gone because he went invisible?
No. Through the door you see a dwarf go off to a darker corner. But with that, we're gonna end the night. We're gonna leave you with the little next steps, and we're going to say thank you all for sticking around a little bit longer. I should have known when I put 12 baddies in there. I tried to help. I tried to add people who were shooting bowstrings. Make
It's
a little
different to fight with people who are
on your
like,
side.
with 3 parties, you know.
Yeah. Which it was. I mean, I think it's the first time I've had encountered that. Thank you so much to everyone who donated to influence the game. Thank you to the subscriptions. A reminder that it is September. You can get a tier 1 subscription for half off. So please subscribe this month because, hey, you'll be able to catch us then with a whole bunch of fun for our Season 2 premiere in 2 weeks. We're hoping to have a setup thanks to our Indiegogo, which is still up if you want to just look things over, look at who we are. We also have some big giveaways on Instagram that you should check out. Go like, follow, whatever is needed to enter because you will be getting stuff possibly from Blacksmith Craft Dice, Critical Treasures, and Caffeinated Kobold. Amazing sponsors. We
All
thank
good
them for
stuff.
all their help. And with that, thank you to our couch. Thank you, Alex, for jumping in again. Great job, Lauren. Thank you, Jared, for being here as well. For everyone who is tuned in, I think that pretty much sums it up for the evening, right?
Good, some uppins.
Thank you, Nathan.
Yes, for DMing one more
And
time.
And Tinkerbell, who was pretty good.
She's like your own little cuber.
I know, my
Yeah.
little Cubert. You got a Cubert. You got your
I got
Cubert.
Cubert.
You got your little Pyro. I got Tinkerbell. That's it for us here at Here Be Dragons. We hope to see you soon. 2 weeks, everybody.
Dose.
2 weeks, come back.
Did it work?
I'm working.
Maybe
Refresh.
Maybe we'll
Hey
figure
guys,
this
what do
out.
you call it when
Wait. Wait.
what? No.
Connect.